Two teams have combined to win the last 9 national championships, almost exclusively at the other's expense. Mount Union, the tiny Methodist school from Alliance, Ohio, is a Division III giant, more wins and national titles than anyone in history. But a state university from Whitewater, Wisconsin is on an historic run. 31 straight wins and 5 of the last 7 championships. For the 9th time in the last 10 years, Warhawks and Raiders. Welcome to the NCAA Division III College Football Championship, presented by Northwestern Mutual. Here we go again, Wisconsin-Whitewater and Mount Union for the national championship. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. I'm Clay Mathick alongside former West Virginia tight end Anthony Becht. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. And this really is a remarkable run for these two programs. For the 10th time in the last decade, one of these two teams is going to be hoisting the trophy.
Two-story programs. I was on the field earlier, and these two teams are ramped up and ready to go.
Mount Union has a terrific quarterback. In fact, this week, Kevin-Burke, the first 2-time winner of the Gallardi Award. That's the Division III Player of the Year.
I'm excited to watch this guy. He's 5'11", folks. He's got a cannon for an arm, and he is a confident player right now. He uses his legs. They do the spread option, read option game. He's exciting. I can't wait to see him. He's going to be a product today on this football game.
Wisconsin-Whitewater is going to have their hands full with this guy, Kevin-Burke, 43-1 as their starting quarterback over the last 3 years. That one loss to the Warhawks in the Stagg Bowl last year. Now the quarterback on the other side, pretty good too. Matt Behrendt, he was the Stagg Bowl MVP a season ago.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we got two great quarterbacks today. And when you watch him, he is a pure pocket passer, 6'2". He's got an extremely accurate arm. He can throw the deep balls, got great touch. Best thing about him, folks, he protects the football. He had a string of 13 games from last season, not throwing an interception, over 388 passes. Can't wait to watch this young man on the field today.
Stagg Bowl last year, look at what he did. Almost 250 yards through the air, 4 touchdowns, no picks. He was on fire. We'll see how he performs tonight. And downstairs is Kara Capuano with his head coach.
Wisconsin-Whitewater head coach Lance Leipold, 5 national titles over this 7-year span, but each year's team is different. What's unique about this Warhawk squad?
Well, I think what made this team special so far is the way it's been able to battle back, especially in the fourth quarter, and come from behind and win some close football games.
Once again, Mount Union is your opponent on this major national stage. How have these two teams been able to come back year after year to face each other in this game?
Well, I think it comes down to the players and the job the assistant coaches do on a consistent basis, getting everyone's best effort on a weekly basis and fighting their way through 4 rounds of the playoffs.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Clay should note this is the last time that Lance Leipold will be the head coach of a Wisconsin-Whitewater game. On December 1st, he was announced as the new head football coach at the University of Buffalo.
Yeah, he reached 100 wins on October 18th. Fastest coach to 100 at one school in NCAA history. Did it in just 106 games. Here's their planning for success presented by Northwestern Mutual.
Well, Wisconsin-Whitewater on offense has to be balanced. They got a two-headed monster at the running back position, and they're going to throw the ball down the field. And they have to limit explosive plays on defense. This Mount Union offense likes to throw it vertically down the field. And for Mount Union, it all goes around Kevin-Burke, the quarterback. He'll run it, he'll pass, but everything feeds off him. And on defense, they're going to have to limit first downs against this team, this balanced football team of Wisconsin-Whitewater, to be successful today.
37 degrees, Northwest winds at about 6. It's not a bad night near the mountains of Salem, Virginia. And you remember that movie with Bill Murray, Groundhog Day?
I do.
Yeah, the Stagg Bowl is kind of like that now. Every year you expect these two teams to be in it.
It's remarkable. I'll tell you, I'm very impressed. Both coaching staffs are very good at getting these teams ready, and they have a focus every single season, Clay, getting to this game. In 10 years now, we see them every time.
Whitewater won the toss, elected to receive. So Mount Union kick it off. Here's Justin Howard back deep. Senior from West Bend, Wisconsin. Edward Runke, the do-everything kicker for Mount Union, has it on the tee. He will kick off, punt. Mount Union in the purple tops, Whitewater in the white uniforms tonight. And the Division III National Championship is underway. Howard will bring it out of the end zone. Takes it to the far side of the field and gets turned over at the 21-yard line. Wisconsin-Whitewater. 9th Stagg Bowl appearance in the last 10 years. They've won 5 of the last 7 national championships. 42-6 all-time in the D3 playoffs. That's a record. And they have 31 straight wins. That's even more than Florida State's current winning streak of 29.
That's a lot of stats right there. Two great teams. I can't wait to watch them.
Matt Behrendt be in the shotgun to start. Jordan Ratliff in the backfield to his left. And he gets the handoff. And a great job by Mount Union defensively to string him out toward the sideline. Cody Pogarel, the Spur linebacker, makes the hit. It's a loss of 2. As you look at Matt Behrendt's numbers on the season, 67% completion rate, 38 touchdowns, just 6 picks. He was the conference player of the year.
He's first in completions and team total touchdowns in school history. It's a storied career here for Wisconsin-Whitewater.
There's Ratliff again. Hit about 3 yards, not close to the 25-yard line. So a third down coming up. This team about 43% on the year on third down. Third down at 7. This is the number 2 defense in the nation in points allowed. Number 3 in total defense. At 240 yards per game. They have been very stout. They're going to try and get off the field here on their first third down. Behrendt, time to throw. Goes over the middle. Has a man. It's caught at the 45 by Justin Howard. That is a gain of 24 out close to midfield.
First third down. That's a great play down the field. You see this offense, and you see the confidence of Behrendt right there, sitting in the pocket. They give him the protection he needs, and he's able to get it down the field.
So first down and 10 out to the 49-yard line. Howard, first team all-conference receiver. One of the many targets that Behrendt has at his disposal. He'll send 3 receivers to the near side on first down. Wants to throw again. Goes to the air to the outside. That one's hauled in at the 40 of Mount Union. There is the great receiver, Jake Kumaro, the transfer from Illinois. He is one of your impact players.
Yeah, there's no question. 35 career touchdown catches. He's a factor today. Jordan Ratliff is one of their premier backs. He's a 2-headed monster. On defense for Mount Union, Trey Jones, an extremely good corner. He leads his team with 6 interceptions. And Tom Lally, he's a defensive terror at the defensive tackle position, number 90, folks. He's a blue-collar, hard-nosed defensive tackle who's going to disrupt this offensive line of Wisconsin-Whitewater.
After that gain of 11, first down and 10 from the 40 of Mount Union. Whitewater in plus territory for the first time. Slant route this time to Kumaro, and he's got another first down for the Warhawks. And this guy had a lot of room to haul this one in.
Well, I talked to defensive coordinator Chris Kappas, and he said, listen, we're not going to bump and run him. We're going to have a guy over him, give him some room, and a guy behind. Right now, it looks like Wisconsin-Whitewater is going to take advantage of that with those quick, fast routes.
That guy is a matchup nightmare. 6'5", 205 pounds with great speed. And now Mount Union wants a timeout. And look at the Warhawks celebrating as they head over to the sideline. They can feel the momentum quickly building up on their side here early in Salem as we step aside. There's Vince Karras, the head coach for Mount Union, forced to burn an early timeout. What happened, Anthony?
Well, you're going to see a wide open receiver here on the bottom, number 11, Justin Howard. He's going to be left alone after they make a substitution. They forget to bring a cornerback in the football game. Vince Karras is going to have to burn a timeout there. Early mistakes, getting those players in the football game. Got to stay on top of that as a staff.
Karras, 28-1 since taking over for his dad, Larry, who retired after the 2012 title. He was the defensive coordinator for 8 years under his dad before becoming the head coach. So Dennis Moore into the game in the backfield for Wisconsin-Whitewater on their opening series. First down and 10 from the 27. And it is Moore. We'll get it to about the 25-yard line. There's Jonathan Gunnell, the middle linebacker, who makes the stop after a 3-yard pickup. Moore, the #1 back in what has become a 2-back system during the postseason. We're going to see a lot of him, and we've already seen Jordan Ratliff.
Yeah, the 11th straight season now with a 1,000-yard rusher. Great job by this offense.
Deep handoff. It's Moore again looking for room over the left tackle. Moore last week went over 1,000 yards for the season, as you alluded to, and a lot of the credit goes to that offensive line. It seems like it's always good at Wisconsin-Whitewater.
And Moore was a hero last week. In last week's game, he had a 33-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter, gave him that lead against Linfield. Great job by that young man. It's been a 2-headed monster the entire season.
And Whitewater is a huddle team. We're not going to see much of that, probably none of that from Mount Union. They run a brisk tempo. This team has already converted on third down on this series. Here they go, third down and 4. Behrendt cocks his arm, fires, it's complete again to Kumaro. When they need a first down, he is the go-to guy.
Well, this is the exact same pass. It's a quick slant, and you're right, you have that off cornerback. Now they have a guy on top, but they're going to eventually be tested. When they come up on him, Clay, that's when the big guy's going to go up top. They're going to test this defense early and make them play him up close.
So now they're at the 9. Ratliff in the backfield. Pistol formation. They send Howard in motion. Behrendt hands it off. Moore. Check that, Ratliff is tripped up. That's Trey Jones, and we've got a penalty flag now. Be about a 3 or 4 yard pickup. We'll see what the marker's about.
Holding. 88. Offense. 10-yard penalty. First down.
That's on Logan Solano, the H-back.
You'll see right there on the left side of the screen, tight end is trying to get outside, contain, pulls his jersey down. Easy call for the referee.
Backs him up to the 24-yard line. Whitewater rolled through the regular season, won their 34th conference title this year. The last 2 weeks, though, the games have been tight. Trying to get out to a good start here. Now it's 1st and 20 on this opening series. Ratliff trying to get some of it back on the ground on the right side. Gets it back to the 20-yard line. Pick up a 4 yards for Ratliff. Second team, All-Wisconsin Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, one of the toughest leagues in the country. The team's #2 rusher stats-wise. He's got 9 rushing touchdowns on the year.
See Mount Union make a lot of late substitutions here with their defensive players. For this offense of Wisconsin-Whitewater, they take their time. It's no huddle, but they want to move the clock. You see the efficiency. They're trying to run the football. Part of their plan against this Mount Union defense.
Second down at 16. Behrendt hands it off again. It's Ratliff. Straight up the middle. A good run. Down at about the 11-yard line. That's Will Heitschuh and Hank Spencer combining on the tackle. This defense for Mount Union trying to Whitewater out of the end zone. It's, as you can see, statistically one of the best defenses in the country.
Yeah, they're fundamentally sound and they're very disciplined. They preach at those drills every single week, tackling, turnover drills. They keep it that way, and these players respond to this coaching staff.
11th play of the drive. Behrendt looking to throw, sets, goes to the end zone, caught, touchdown Howard. Justin Howard, number 11 on his uniform, from 11 yards out. The hookup with Behrendt, and Whitewater is on the board first.
Justin Howard is going to run an over route over the middle of the field. He's going to try to get position. And you see the strong safety, number 31, Alex Kochev, just out of position. Looks very similar to the 3rd down conversion earlier on the big play on that same drive.
Here's Will Meyer on for the extra point. Freshman from Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin. And that's no good. Jonathan Gunnell. And Wisconsin-Whitewater gets the touchdown, but they can't convert on the PAT. But a good start for Matt Behrendt. Hooks up with Justin Howard. His 12th touchdown of the year, and it's 6-0 Warhawks.
The 2014 NCAA Division III Football Championship is presented by Northwestern Mutual, proud to be an official corporate partner of the NCAA, and in part by Mazda. Conviction, creativity, courage. This is the Mazda way.
Amos Alonso Stagg, who played football as an end at Yale. First college football All-American team, he was on it. Inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame as both a player and a coach. Influential in other sports as well, including basketball and baseball. He lived to be 102 years young. And Amos Alonso Stagg, his name and his tradition that he brought to American sports, carried on by this game here in Salem, Virginia. And a good start for Wisconsin-Whitewater. They take it 78 yards on 11 plays. Howard, the reception in the end zone, the PAT blocked. As Lake Fokker kicks off. Jared Ruth on the return, spins out of a tackle at the 20. And a good return out close to the 30-yard line. Jared Ruth, the freshman from Indianapolis. As Mount Union ready to go to work on offense. Arguably the greatest Division III program of all time, and I really don't know who's going to give you too much of an argument. 742 wins, 18 Stagg Bowl appearances, 11 national titles, all records. They won the Ohio Athletic Conference for the 23rd straight year this season and 26th time overall. Kevin-Burke, the Gallardi Award winner, out of the shotgun. First play from scrimmage for the Purple Raiders, and they get it to Therese Scott. Therese Scott, former quarterback, coming off a career best 160 yards on 10 catches last week. And you see Kevin-Burke, great numbers, 21 postseason touchdowns. Burke, and that's behind the receiver, Luke Meacham.
Well, this offense from Mount Union, as you can see, they don't waste any time. Not going to be able to say much in between these plays, folks. They're going to try to run up to 90 plays offensively. They're going to get the play in. They're going to go 4 wides, 1 back, and they're going to deliver the best offensive show you can see tonight against this defense.
Last year, they were held to 60 plays. Part of the reason that Whitewater won that game, and now that one's incomplete as Scott can't haul it in along the sideline. They've got a 3rd and long coming up here, AB.
And that pressure right there by the defensive line is what it's going to take. You got to get Kevin-Burke off schedule right there, 2 throws in a row. He's been off his wide receiver.
Last year, Whitewater sacked Burke 4 times, held him to -10 rushing yards, put a ton of pressure on the quarterback. They're going to try and bring the heat here on 3rd down. The throw is incomplete, in and out of the hands of Sherman Wilkinson. The big veteran senior receiver couldn't bring it in. Marcus McLin, number 3, in on the coverage.
And McLin does a great job. This kid wasn't even supposed to play today, but he's a senior. He's got a bummed up ankle, but he does great coverage. See him attack the football. Doesn't go through the receiver, he goes through the football. Great job by this defense to force a punt against Mount Union.
McLin's an All-American. You think it was going to be easy to keep him out of the game tonight?
I think the coaches stayed out of it. They asked him, and he said, "Coach, I'm dressing. I'm ready to go."
Edward Runke punts to the 23. Howard is stopped dead in his tracks. 36-yard punt. 6-0. Wisconsin-Whitewater has Mount Union behind for the first time all year. UW-Whitewater, that state school that's nestled in farm country in southeastern Wisconsin, right between Milwaukee and Chicago, and what a job Lance Leipold has done. This is his 8th year as the leader of the program, but he's ready to shuffle off to Buffalo. But he's going to leave a great tradition behind him.
That's a dynasty right there, Clay. All those championships, 2007 on, that's impressive.
Whitewater starts again from its own 22 for the 2nd straight time. And on 1st down, Behrendt, play fake, throws incomplete, underthrew Kumaro that time. We're going to talk a lot about number 1 tonight, and not just about his flowing locks. First team All-West region, averaging about 100 yards per game, has 13 touchdowns this season, despite missing 5 weeks with a bum ankle.
I'll tell you, he's really special. They really like him, and he's coming from Illinois several years ago. He's a walk-on there, decided to come to Mount Union. He's a great route runner, a 4.55 guy. There's some NFL scouts checking this guy out at the D3 level.
After the first incompletion for Behrendt, goes to the air again, pumps, and then throws deep for Kumaro. Into double coverage, he holds it in. Out at about the 42-yard line, he went right between Coach Evan Jones, 2 of the best D-backs for Mount Union.
He's going to run a little sluggo route, a slant go, and even with 2 defenders there, it's a great ball by Behrendt and Kumaro. Look at the eyes to the hands, folks, and then you pull it in with one hand. It's a big-time catch in this championship game.
A 36-yard pass with beautiful touch from Matt Behrendt. 39 touchdown passes on the year. And he's been pinpoint accurate to start this one as Moore with a strong run to the 35-yard line. Let's go back to that pass to Kumaro. We might see this on SportsCenter later.
There's no doubt this is going to be a top 10er right there. One-handed grab. And we notice his locks, those lovely locks, but he's got some hands. The big 6'5" receiver pulling it down.
His dad was a linebacker at Ohio State. Eric also went on to play in the NFL for the Dolphins. First cousin of Joey Bosa, the Big Ten Player of the Year on defense at Ohio State. He find himself in the NFL too. Dennis Moore. Ooh, he has stood up and pushed back short of the 1st down by Pogarel. First team all-conference spur linebacker. That's really a hybrid position. You'll see him bounce from the linebacker spot to somewhere in the secondary.
Yeah, he's going to stick his nose in there on defense. Like you said, he's a hybrid guy, but he face plants the running back here. Moore tries to run him over, and hello, right in his face. Great tackle. You're going to see some very good disciplined defense on both sides of the football today.
This team is perfect tonight on 3rd down, 3 for 3. It's 3rd and short. Already leading 6-0. Wisconsin-Whitewater on the march again. Away from center, handoff to Moore. And it's going to be close. Whitewater thinks that Moore picked it up. Can even measure? No. 1st down after the 2-yard pickup for Dennis Moore.
You're going to see multiple looks with this offense. They're going to try to mix it up. You're going to see those early substitutions by Mount Union, keeping them on their heels. They're going to go 4 wides, pistol, 2 tight ends, fullback. You're going to see multiple formations out of this offense.
It's a pistol again, and it's Moore again right up the middle. Dennis Moore will get about 3 more yards. He is on a streak of 3 straight 100-yard games. And at the beginning of the year, they didn't know how effective he was going to be, Anthony, because last year, mid-season, suffered a terrible knee injury, and they didn't think they'd have him this year.
Yeah, and an ACL in the 5th game of the season last year, and he was shaky coming into camp, but he played through it, got healthy, and right now he's becoming one of the better backs on this football team.
Averaging about 6.5 yards per carry. 2nd down and 7 for And he's pulled down at the 25. That's Josh Butler with the nose tackle, getting out and pulling down. Gain of 3 for more.
Whitewater, you can see their offense, folks. They are in no rush. They get up to the line of scrimmage, they get the play, they survey it. Behrendt looks at the defense, sees what he has, calls the play. And right now they're on schedule. Mount Union has to find a way to disrupt this football team on offense. Third down, big opportunity here to stop them.
And you can see that defense, it looks like they're a little gassed already. They've been on the field a lot here in the first quarter. Another third down. 3rd and 4. Ratliff. And this time, Mount Union is able to pull the running back down behind the line of scrimmage, but there's a penalty marker down. Stewart made the tackle. Sean Quirk, our head official tonight.
Hey, 44, defense. The distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Oh, big mistake for Mount Union. The Leo defensive end, Durham Alarms, with a bad penalty.
Yeah, 3rd down. I mean, you're talking about moving into the red zone. You got to be smart. That's a technique issue. Hands slide up sometimes off the jersey. You got to be cognizant as a defensive player when that happens. Huge conversion on a penalty for this Wisconsin-Whitewater team.
So Whitewater given a gift. 1st down and 10 now from the 12-yard line. Behrendt gives it off again to Ratliff, who had 15 carries and 100 yards last week in the semifinals. They beat Linfield 20-14 a week ago. The week before, they won by 4 over Wartburg. Even Lance Leipold admitted the distractions from his announcement that he's going to Buffalo likely played a part in those close games.
Yeah, there's no question about it. And you look right now with this Whitewater team. You see this clock right here, folks? It's ticking. They're controlling this football game. Mount Union has to find answers and hold up in the red zone.
Behrendt in the flat. This is Ricky Finko. Nice defensive play, getting out there as Kochev, conference defensive back of the year. Leader in tackles. It's a gain of 4 and another 3rd down for Whitewater. How many of these can they continue to convert?
One of the things you see out of this Mount Union defense on tape over the last couple of weeks is pressure. Let's see if Chris Campus, the defensive coordinator, brings some of that and tries to disrupt what this offense is doing right now for Whitewater.
This time on 3rd down, Whitewater was stopped, but a penalty was called, and we're given the 1st down. This is the 10th play of the drive. On 3rd and 4, Behrendt to the end zone. It is caught. Ricky Finko, the freshman. The 2nd touchdown pass for Matt Behrendt already.
It's the inside receiver. He's going to run a corner route. He's shifty, got 2 slants in front. He goes up high and catches the football. Great job of bringing it in. Did he have control? Go when he falls to the ground. Take a look at it. Great grab. Knows where he is on the football field. Can't tell there.
Ricky Finko, 4th touchdown of the year. He has had a beautiful freshman season for Wisconsin-Whitewater. Last time the extra point was blocked, but this time it is true for Will Meyer. Another long drive for Whitewater, and both of them have covered 78 yards. Tomorrow, it's the NCAA FCS Football Championship semifinal. Illinois State taking on the 1-seed New Hampshire, presented by Northwestern Mutual. Semifinal action tomorrow at 2 on ESPNU. And the other semifinal in the FCS going on tonight, North Dakota State will take on Sam Houston State in Fargo tonight. Of course, the Bison have won the last 3 FCS national titles. What a great start for this offense.
There's no question about it. I mean, they've controlled this football game, and right now Mount Union has to fight and battle adversity. They've not gone through that this entire season. If you look at their scores, they scored 60 points, 9 out of 14 games, Clay. Right now they find themselves down 13-0 early.
Blocker kicks it to the 7-yard line. This time it's Therese Scott on the return. And he'll get it to the 27-yard line. NCAA National Coordinator of Officiating Rogers Redding is with us in the booth here tonight. And Rogers, on this last touchdown catch, what do you think that establish that as a touchdown.
Yeah, you got the head linesman and the side judge looking right down the line. And what they're looking for is to see if he completes the process of the catch, comes to the ground, and notice they're looking closer. They're great patience and watching to make sure that he comes to the ground and controls the ball after touching the end zone inbounds.
Rogers will be with us all night. So Mount Union goes to work, and there's a completion out to the 44-yard line. It's Wilkinson. Sherman Wilkinson is one of the favorite targets for Kevin Burke, and that's the best play tonight offensively.
Had 2 touchdowns last week. Heck, all these receivers had 2 touchdowns last week. Good way to get started there on this second drive for this Mount Union team.
Into plus territory. Namdar, his first reception. Roman Namdar, the converted quarterback out of that Texas Football Factory South Lake Carroll. And he picks up 31.
The corner tried to jump up underneath route. Kevin Burke floats it up, finds Roman Namdar. Great job.
Wasting no time to get it to Mitchell, but Whitewater is ready for him. No gain. Bradley Mitchell, 5'6", 165, a sophomore built low to the ground. He is going to be the go-to back tonight for the Raiders.
This Mount Union offensive line has done a fantastic job all year. But this D-line right now, very active up front for Wisconsin-Whitewater.
Play fake. Burke throws, man open, caught, quick touchdown. Luke Meacham. No, they're going to say he dropped it. Meacham dropped the football.
The question is, does he have it in his hands long enough and control it?
What a great play by McLin.
I'll tell you what, for a guy that probably wasn't going to play this game, he's made some big plays early, knocking that ball loose. Did he have control crossing the line? That's the question on this play. I'm going to say no, Clay. Looks like he had it in his forearm against his body. He didn't quite have it inside.
Play is under further review.
Our replay official, Bruce Palmer, is going to take a look at it. He's going to see the same thing you're seeing at home. Here's the look. And Meacham.
He never has control of the ball. I think they're going to confirm this, maybe at least at a stand, because anything in slow motion may look like he controls it, but he never gets control of the ball. You see, it's always, he's bobbling it and never controls the ball. He doesn't come to the ground with it to complete the process of the catch. I think it will be confirmed.
Rogers running.
It's making my job easy today. Rogers on top of it. I love it. Can I get him every single game? Look at this, folks. He brings it into the body, but right there you can see he doesn't get control of it with his hands. He's kind of locked in on his forearm. And to make matters worse, Marcus McLin, number 3 defensive back for this football team, does a nice job of just poking it out while it's loose in the receiver's arms.
McLin with that leg injury, nicked up. Was questionable for tonight's game, and he's already factored in 2 big defensive plays for Wisconsin-Whitewater. It looked like Mount Union was ready to get on the board for the first time tonight. It was called an incompletion on the field. It's under review right now. Bruce Palmer, the replay official, is looking at it. And here is Sean Quirk with the call.
After further review, the player did maintain possession going across the goal line. Therefore, we have a touchdown.
Let's take one more look. The call is reverse, Rogers.
I'm a little surprised at this because I think he didn't maintain control of the ball, didn't come to the ground to complete the process of the catch. And I think it should have. I think the call should have stood.
And Rogers, it has to be indisputable evidence there. Just to looking at that, it looks a little kind of back and forth. You can't really judge. So to me, interesting call there by the replay booth.
Edward Runke comes on for the extra point. And Mount Union, who set an NCAA record this season for points, gets on the board for the first time tonight. 851 points scored by this offense this year. Robert Upshaw leads the undefeated Huskies against sharpshooter Buddy Hield and the Sooners in the MGM Showcase. Number 15 Oklahoma against number 16 Washington tomorrow at 9 on ESPNU. That's exactly the answer that Mount Union needed.
It really was when you saw that football getting thrown by Kevin Burke. Meacham didn't even turn around yet. The ball was already in the air. You talk about a quarterback in control of this offense and knowing where everybody is. I'll tell you what now, folks, keep your eyes on it. It's going to be quick, fast, and furious with this Mount Union offense.
Here's Vince Karras. Said his team was embarrassed and humiliated by last year's 52-14 Stagg Bowl loss. The worst defeat for Mount Union in 4 decades. And he had to make his stomach turn a little bit when his team quickly got behind 13-0. But that offense driving down and scoring quickly in just 5 plays. This is a touchback, and Whitewater will start for 25.
I don't think it's going to affect Whitewater too much, being that Mount Union averages 60 points a game. So I don't think they were coming in thinking they were going to shut them out. So right now, this offense got to keep doing what they're doing, Clay. We've seen them here the last 2 series. Stay on schedule. You see the numbers there, 8 for 9. He's been pinpoint accurate. Obviously, some great catches by his wide receivers. It's been the Howard Kumaro show right now early for this offensive team.
Behrendt holds many of the program's passing records, including 85 career touchdown passes, including the 2 tonight. 13-7 Whitewater with the lead. They got it at their own 25-yard line, under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Another completion. Justin Howard takes a pop by Trey Jones, the best corner for Mount Union. Leads the team with 6 interceptions. That matchup with him and Kumaro is going to be fun the rest of the night.
Yeah, there's no question. And Howard is making himself a factor early in this football game opposite Kumaro. So they're going to be busy on this Mount Union defense.
Ratliff in the backfield. Jake Kumaro at the top of your screen. Wide right. Play fake. Pressure coming. Behrendt dancing, throws it downfield. Nobody home, and it goes out of bounds. Closest receiver is Justin Howard. He wasn't even that close.
Right now, the protection's been phenomenal. The one difference in this football game is he's had time to throw the football. This defensive line has to get pressure on Behrendt if they want to be successful and get him off his rhythm right now.
So another third down coming up. Wisconsin-Whitewater tonight. Third down, 5 of 6. Load the box. Finko goes in motion, the handoff to Ratliff, and he finds some room, just a crease up the middle, and he picks up the first down. Gain of 8.
Those 3rd and shorts, 4th and 1s, those close running plays, everybody's up in the box. You can break those sometimes when everybody's in there. Really a touchdown-saving tackle by Gunnell, linebacker for Mount Union.
From the 42 now. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns for this offense. Ratliff steps out of 1 tackle, eludes another tackler, and gets a first down and much more. Carrying bodies to the 33-yard line. Finally brought down by Pogarel, but it's a run of 25 yards for Ratliff.
It's power run game, folks. Gap blocking downhill, and they got a big power running back just getting his pads squared on a line of scrimmage, running, pulling defenders behind him. Right now, he is really showing up in this football game.
Jordan Ratliff, 5'10", 212-pound junior out of Milwaukee. You got Moore, who's over 1,000 yards. Ratliff well over 800. What a tandem they make. Now Behrendt off the play fake, comes to the near sideline. Man wide open, Solana. That's his 11th catch of the year. He gets 2 yards. His knee was on the ground, so they mark him down right there after a 3-yard pickup. And that's going to be the final play of the first quarter. What do you think?
I'll tell you right now, 2 teams starting to calm down a little bit. Mount Union finally got on the board there. Now we see this game starting to get a little closer. It's going to be an exciting game rest of the way.
It always is when these two get together in Salem. Stagg Bowl 42. We've already had some fireworks. Back in a moment.
Possession going.
Some of the Mount Union band shirtless on this chilly night in Salem, Virginia. Stagg Bowl 42, the Division III National Championship. Ready for the second quarter. It's 13-7 Whitewater. And look at that time of possession in the first quarter.
Yeah, but they're only down 6 by Mount Union. It doesn't matter. They're not concerned about time of possession. All they care about is when they get the football, they feel confident. But right now, the defense has not really stopped this Whitewater team so far in this football game.
Matt Behrendt, quarterback for Wisconsin-Whitewater, 10 of 12, 125, a couple of touchdowns. Here's Jordan Ratliff. Jonathan Gunnell brings him down after a 2-yard gain. It'll be third down. Let's go down to Kara.
Well, guys, when we talked to the coaches, they told us that would be the scouting report on this 2-headed running back platoon. Physical running usually takes more than 1 tackler to bring those guys down.
Yeah, that's what we've seen tonight. They had to gang tackle Moore and Ratliff. So now 3rd and 6. Whitewater has been able to convert third down 6 times tonight. Play clock at 1. They get it off. Behrendt sets in the pocket, throws over the middle, and snagged out of the air by Kumaro. He was 6'5", plus the stretch. It's about 8 feet in the air to bring that in.
Well, that's the matchup we paid to see today. Trey Jones, the corner, against the 6'5" wide receiver, Kumaro. And look at the extension here. Puts the ball out in front of his wide receiver, sticks his arms out, catches it with his hands. I'm telling you what, I'm liking what I see out of this 6'5" guy out here running wide receiver.
It's a gain of 19, 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Play fake, rolling out. Behrendt bobbled. And that is caught by Christensen. Kyle Christensen, the junior out of Madison. It's going to be no gain.
Again, early in this football game, you see the running attack of Wisconsin-Whitewater. What that's going to lead to is play action plays. You see that right there, the ability of the quarterback get out of the pocket with the play action fake. You're going to see this now in this football game. They're going to force Mount Union to cover these wide receivers, try to beat them deep with a couple passes down the field.
They can pick up a first down at the 1. They get it to Radliff. And he'll get a handful. Heitschuh drops him after a gain of 4. Heitschuh coming off a phenomenal game last week for Mount Union. Had a one-handed interception for the Raiders. And now they forced another 3rd down for Wisconsin-Whitewater. We've got an official's timeout. He sent a player over to the sideline. Maybe an equipment issue for Josh Butler, the nose tackle. 10th play of the drive. Keep chewing up clock. This is the 3rd possession for Whitewater, and they've sustained a long drive each time. Behrendt will go to the end zone, and that's just off the hand of Finko. Ricky Finko had a touchdown reception in the first quarter, nearly had one there, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, Mount Union tries to bring pressure. Great pickup. Another corner route for Finko, just outside the arm stretched of the wide receiver there. And again, they're going right at this Mount Union defense, but good stop by Mount Union.
This is Lake Bacher to come on and attempt the field goal. He has 1 of 4 this year with a long of 24, and that's where this one is from, 24 yards, and it's no good. So Whitewater, who has had an extra point block today and now misses a field goal from 24 yards out, has left some points on the field in what is always a competitive game between these two. We'll see if that factors in later. It's 13-7. What a program Mount Union has, and what a season they have had. 851 points scored this season. That's an NCAA record. They're going to need to score more tonight to keep up with Whitewater, which leads at 13-7. Sherman Wilkinson, the intended receiver there for the Raiders. It's incomplete, 2nd down and 10. But one thing we have seen here from this Whitewater team tonight, special teams is letting them down. They have left 4 points out there. Blocked extra point and missed field goal. Logan Nemeth, his first touch tonight. The running back gets across the 25 to the 26. It's a gain of 6. And Jeff Dart, offensive coordinator for Wisconsin-Whitewater, has done a beautiful job with that team. Luke Beecham. The catch out to the 42, and that's the first down. Excuse me, I said Whitewater. I meant Mount Union. Dart, the offensive coordinator for this offense, which has put up record numbers this year. They've been very impressive. Nemeth to the 42. As Paul Foster, the weak side linebacker, makes the tackle. And it seems like this offense is getting some momentum.
This is what they're going to do to you. Big chunks. We talked about it in the beginning of the game. You got to limit explosive plays. Right now, pass and run game. Mount Union's doing that.
With the color scheme, and as many times as they've both been to this game, it's sometimes hard to distinguish between the two. To the sideline, man open, Namdar caught, pulled down at the 14. Kevin Burke with a strike to Roman Namdar. That is a gain of 28.
Yeah, he's going to run right by the corner. Corner's sitting down. You see that little swing route that they're going to try to throw, and the quarterback, Kevin Burke, throws it right in that turkey hole. Wide open for a big play.
First down and 10. Mount Union at the Whitewater 13. Burke sidesteps, dancing, and now hauled down. Sacked by Mike Bratchett. Sacked for the first time tonight. The 3-year starter, who had a big Stagg Bowl last year, gets the sack. It's a loss of 6.
He does a great job, leads this team in sacks, and he's a factor in this football game. When they have that one-on-one coverage and they got to protect, and you give time to the quarterback, if he moves around, he's got to make a play and sack, and he does there.
Now Burke overthrows Namdar, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and 16. Now, it's hard to bring this guy down. Whitewater did it 4 times last year. They put great pressure on him, but he's one of the most elusive quarterbacks in the country.
He really is, and the one thing that makes him good is when he's moving around, Clay, his eyes are always downfield. And that's important for this offense because he's looking to sling that ball to any of these 4 wide receivers on any play.
8th play of the series. Burke under pressure again and sacked from behind. Guess who? Mike Bratchett with his 10th and 11th sacks of the year on this series.
Right now, the right tackle, number 79, Alex Goff, has got to get this protection down on the outside. They bring that pressure, and he can't handle that. And again, he gets his second sack in this series. Huge play for this defense to push it back and get his long field goal attempt.
Edward Runke comes out for a 44-yard attempt. 25 made field goals, a Division III single-season record set this year. Kick is up, and it is no good. That's short. Mount Union can't hit the field goal. It stays 13-7, Whitewater.
2014 NCAA Division III Football Championship is brought to you by Joseph A. Bank. We fit most everyone. JOSBank.com.
All-American Kevin Burke won the Gallardi Award for the second straight year. Division III's Player of the Year, the first to do it twice. Over 4,000 yards passing, a nation-leading 50 touchdowns, just 5 interceptions. He's also run for 10 scores this year. What a year again for Kevin Burke. But his team is down here 13-7. Matt Behrendt so far out-dueling the Gallardi Award winner. Dennis Moore has done a great job on the ground. The Warhawks this time held to 1. Bring up second down and 9.
One thing this Whitewater offense does is they always have a run-pass combination. You'll see the read option, you'll see the handoff, but if for some reason one of these wide receivers on a quick pass is there, they're going to pull that ball out and make a quick pass.
Behrendt drops and throws it out to the 37 where Howard snares it. I like Justin Howard. We've talked a lot about Jake Kumaro, who is the leading receiver for this team, but this senior from West Bend, Wisconsin, is a big factor in the offense.
And one thing he does well is he separates from the defender. He's very quick. You see those quick outs and those sideline, the middle of the field. He's worked well today and had success against this Mount Union defense.
He picked up another first down, and they go back to Dennis Moore. You mentioned it earlier about Dennis Moore. He is a game changer. He started that rally from 17 points down in the quarterfinal win against Wartburg with that 57-yard touchdown run. And last week against Linfield in that 14-14 game, it was his 33-yard burst, which was eventually the difference in the game. Play fake, and another completion, and it's Howard again for a first down, and they're back in Mount Union territory. Coverage of the 2014 NCAA Women's College Volleyball continues with the championship match. BYU Penn State tomorrow, ESPN2 at 7:30 Eastern. NCAA.com, the official home for all 89 NCAA championships. Moore again. And Mount Union able to bottle him up for a short gain. Bring up second down and 9.
Right now you see the quick passing game, and Matt Behrendt is going to throw the ball and get it to these receivers. They're playing off coverage right now. We talked about it earlier. That was the game plan initially. They might have to start getting up in these wide receivers' faces at some point in this football game.
That 250 yards of total offense so far. Came into the game 17th in the country at 483. And they are just going through this defense like it's butter. Ratliff right up the middle. And it's going to be third and manageable for the Warhawks. Pogarel and Spencer combined on the stud.
You see that great vision by the tailback. Sticks his foot on the ground. They get pressure, Mount Union does, the defensive line, but they're able to get it up. You see this trick formation here with the tackle split outside. Might be a quick throw to the wide receiver here with some big boys blocking in front of him.
You would love to see that guy get involved, maybe get a touch in this game. Not sure that's going to happen in this design. On the speed sweep, Howard is drilled in the backfield. Wow, Mount Union made him pay. It's a loss of 5. What a hit for Mike Furta, the junior defensive end.
He's only 6'2", 225, but he's quick, and he can squirt through, and he read that jet sweep coming across. He leads this team in sacks and TFLs. He's a dangerous pass rusher, and right there he shows his presence, getting through and penetrating against that offensive line.
First punt for Whitewater. After Furta blew that play up in the backfield. Here's Bacher on to punt. Drives it high. Good kick. It's going to bounce at the 9, checks up. Takes a Mount Union bounce to about the 15, and that's where the Purple Raiders will have it. Furta, who wears Coach Vince Karras' old number 86, with a huge play to get that defense off the field. It's a 6-point game. What a great day your Saturday is going to be as we go bowling. Look at this lineup. Nevada, Lafayette, the R&L Carrier New Orleans Bowl, then Gildan New Mexico Bowl at 2:20 on ESPN. I'm going to keep reading, folks. Famous Idaho Potato Bowl, Western Michigan and Air Force, and the Raycom Media Camellia Bowl, South Alabama and Bowling Green. That's at 9:15 in the evening Eastern time on ESPN. The bowl season is underway.
It is. It's that time of year, Clay.
We're happy to be at the Stagg Bowl tonight, the Division III National Championship. Kevin-Burke incomplete along the sideline despite the great effort from Roman Namdar. Nearly 1,200 receiving yards, 17 touchdowns on the year. He is a good-looking junior.
Right now you see Kevin-Burke running in the pocket. It's not because he's trying to run the football. The pressure's starting to come. Defensive coordinator Brian Borland right now is bringing some heat on this quarterback.
Second down and 10. Mount Union stopped the bleeding after the hot start by Whitewater after the 13-0 lead. Now another incompletion. Meacham was the target, but Matt Seitz, the linebacker, great job getting out of coverage.
It really was. He read it to deep out. The ball took a little time to get there. He makes a nice break on the football, able to pluck it away. Huge play to force his 3rd and long. And the pressure, folks, we've seen it the last series. Let's see if they can get to it again.
They need the 25-yard line. Burke sets, throws, and it's underthrown and intercepted. Touchdown, Warhawks. Brady Grayvold, the All-American, who had a pick 6 last year in this game, does it to Mount Union again.
Folks, we didn't get to talk about Grayvold prior to this game. He's one of my key players. And you want to talk about a corner that can read route combinations. And they had a miscommunication here, and he sniffs it out right there, plucks the ball out of the air. I'll tell you what, this kid on tape, he does it week in and week out, reads the receivers. You tell his tape study during the week really shows on game day. His
8th interception of the year. And it's 20-7 Whitewater. Burke is saying, are you kidding me? That same guy again? Let's go back a season ago. In that 52-14 whitewashing by the Warhawks. There's Mr. Grayvold, the pick 6. And just moments ago, he does it to Kevin-Burke again.
Watch him read that route. They take the outside receiver deep, and he reads that receiver running that quick out route. And that's tape study, folks. This young man's smart. His ability to see that, understand defenses, defensive coordinator, really loves what he brings to the table. Brian Borland says this kid is special, and you saw it right there.
Candidate for the Harris Award, nation's top small college defensive player. And he has made this a 2-touchdown cushion for Whitewater. 5:51 to go in the half. Defensive coordinator Brian Borland for Whitewater has done a great job with that unit. He is also heading to Buffalo with Lance Leipold after 21 seasons on the staff at Wisconsin-Whitewater.
Go Raiders!
And Mount Union will start at the 25. Let's go down to Kara.
I was really intrigued by defensive coordinator Brian Borland's scouting report on Brady Grayvold. He said he's fast, but he's not the fastest. But still, guys can't run by him. And to your point about the film study, Anthony, what makes Grayvold really unique, he'll see something once on film and be ready for it in the game. He not only studies, he's a very quick study.
There's no question about it. I mean, he just showed you right there. That's a perfect example, folks. Playing the cornerback position. And Kara said he doesn't have great speed, but he understands football, how to play the scheme and technique, and that always sometimes outdoes the speed factor.
One of only 9 seniors for Wisconsin-Whitewater as Nemeth gets the carry here. And that's what I think warms Lance Leipold's heart a little bit. Even though he is leaving his alma mater, he is leaving the cupboard full. Only 9 seniors on this team.
Yeah, they're right. He's leaving. The entire offensive line comes back next year, so they'll have that protection factor. The running backs will be back. So right now they are in good shape.
Penalty flag, and this play is whistled dead.
Ball start. Offense. Number 52. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
It's on the center, Mitch Doherty. He has locked down that position for all but one game this year. He's called for the false start. And there you see Lance Leipold. 5 national championships at his alma mater. He's headed off to Buffalo to replace Jeff Quinn, who was fired midway through his 5th season as head coach of the Bulls. Burke throws and is complete to Namdar near the 35-yard line, and he's got the first down. And Burke hustles him up to the line, trying to get this offense back on rhythm. Nemeth finds some room, gets to the second level, and is pulled down at the 49-yard line of Wisconsin-Whitewater. That's a run of 14 yards.
And the last 2 series now, Nemeth has been a factor. And I think right now that could be one of the keys to helping this Mount Union offense be a little more consistent with these long running plays that they've had the last 2 series.
Nemeth was A workhorse in that playoff win over John Carroll a couple of weeks ago. Stiff arm by Burke. Rolling out, still looking downfield, throws it complete. There's Scott with the catch. And that's what makes Kevin Burke special. He can keep a play alive that looks doomed.
I think that took 15 seconds right there. I mean, he's 5'11", folks. Obviously, he's got some long arms or something because he's stiff-arming defenders. You see the eyes downfield. He's constantly feeling where he is on the football field, and the receivers trust him. If they get in the open area, they can make the catch and make a big play.
Timeout, Whitewater. Timeout.
First timeout for the Warhawks. Mount Union has piled up a ton of points this year. In fact, record-setting numbers. Tonight, though, different story. It's been a bit of a struggle. This unit hasn't been able to sustain any traction. 60
points a game. I mean, that is remarkable. Heck, they've dropped 73 times also this season. So I'll tell you, look, they're never out of it. Now, I know they're down 20-7, but I know there's confidence in this offense that they can come back in this football game. But right now, their defense has to step up and make some plays.
Last week, they led Wesley 70-0 in the fourth quarter, but tonight, it's coming a little harder. Well, Sunday on ESPNU, the dangerous Harvard Crimson for a breakout victory against Tony Bennett's undefeated Cavaliers. Harvard taking on number 6 Virginia Sunday at noon on ESPNU, part of Holiday Hoops presented by K. Harvard defeated UConn earlier this season, so Tony Bennett and the Cavs better be ready to go and avoid an upset. Second down and 2, it's Nemeth. It's going to be short of the first down. This defense for Whitewater really good against the run, allowing 93 yards per game. That's 14th in the nation. On third down, Burke keeps it, and he's got the first. Still on his feet. And driven out at the 19-yard line. Kevin Burke, a one-man show.
I'd say it was only a matter of time before he pulled the football. They've been handing it off to Nemeth 1, 2, 3 times, and all of a sudden, he motioned to sleep. Look at that, he's got quickness, he's got shape. And I love how he uses that off arm, coach. He's got the ball in the wrong hand, but still, he's still able to get loose and make a big play.
Now he goes back to the air, and he's complete. What a hit. Therese Scott caught it and was pummeled at the 4-yard line at exactly the same time he got the catch. Marcus McLin, he's been everywhere in the secondary tonight.
Yeah, he's been a factor, there's no question. The ball is slightly thrown behind, but great concentration by Scott to pull that in after taking the big hit.
First down and goal after the 12-yard play. Nemeth. That one was red. Paul Foster, all-conference weak side linebacker. That's a loss of 1. Second down and goal.
Mount Union driving the ball down effectively, and as I'm watching this run game, I think we're going to see some more running by the quarterback, pulling that ball out because this defense looks like it's allowing it to happen.
Burke throws, underthrown, but hauled in by Scott. Touchdown Raiders. Kevin Burke running and passing on this drive. And second touchdown of the night.
Scott just comes across the formation. It's a quick sprint out throw. 10 catches for 160 yards last week. His best game of the season. Right now, this young man's hot. He looks like he's going to catch everything that comes his way.
A couple of touchdown passes for Burke now. That run third down of 24 yards to keep the drive alive. Certainly the highlight. The extra point by Runke is good. And Mount Union pulls back within 6. 3 minutes and change to go. That's plenty of time for Whitewater to score again the way Behrendt been running that offense. So look at his night.
I'll tell you, he's been very effective. He's been accurate so far early in this football game. He's been finding Howard. Then he gets the big man, 6'5" wide receiver, Kumaro, and then Howard again for the touchdown. Just one-handed grab, holds it against the chest. A lot of confidence in this 6'5" wide receiver. And really, this offense for Whitewater has controlled the clock. You see the numbers. He's in control of the football game, but they got to score touchdowns. They missed the field goal, driven down the field. Mount Union's defense starting to pick up a little steam. Let's see if they can come out on this series, get another big stop, and try to get something else on the board into this halftime.
Behrendt, the Stagg Bowl MVP last year. He's been extremely efficient, not only tonight, but throughout the entire season. He's only been incomplete 3 times tonight. A couple of touchdown passes. Here's Ricky Finko on the return for the Warhawks, and it's a good one until he's upended at the 29 by Alex Kochop on special teams. Not only a great safety, but he's a headhunter on kick coverage.
Watch this, folks. Big time hitting right now. You think these kids got a passion for football? It's a good job. He takes his legs out. The short, shifty wide receiver Finko is, and his defense is coming to play today, starting to pick up some steam, Clay.
These Division III players are not under scholarship. They play it purely for the love of the game.
There's no question. It's academics first. There's no question about it. These guys come out there and fight, practice hard on the football field, but they're about getting those great educations for both of these teams.
No scholarships, no red shirts. These two teams meeting again. One of these teams will be champion again here tonight as the timeout was called, I think, before that penalty flag. I think the Warhawks are going to be awarded that timeout. Yes, they are. And Wisconsin-Whitewater has one timeout remaining with 3:03 to go here before halftime.
You'd like to be able to start a drive and not call a timeout on the first play, but definitely a timeout they didn't want to burn in that situation.
Lance Leipold, 108 wins, only 6 losses. During his time at Whitewater, he was the fastest to 100. Got his 100th win on October 18th. Did it in just 106 games. And look at the names on that list. Newt Rockney, Fielding Yost, Wilkinson. Hey, Lance Leipold, better than all of those guys.
I'll tell you, what a big jump for him, too. You talk about starting as a head coach at D3, and then you're going to jump right up to the FBS level, at Buffalo. I'll tell you what, that's a tremendous tribute from what he's done and the respect they have for his coaching staff.
Danny White, the athletic director at Buffalo, excited to have Lance Leipold ready to come on board. He's bringing 4 of his assistant coaches with him, including both coordinators. Hit in the backfield and pushed back by a host of Mount Union tacklers led by Tom Lally as Ratliff. It's going to be just a 1-yard pickup.
I think Tom Lally's getting a little angry. He's a blue-collar, hard-nosed, number 90 defensive tackle. He's really an animal. Coaches love him. They just let him go fair game against the offensive lineman and say, just go try to take this game over right there. Huge play to start this series.
Wants to be a fireman. And he leaves Mount Union at the St. Ed's High School, same as Kevin Burke. 2nd down and 9 for the Warhawks. Matt Behrendt out of the gun. Hands off again. Ratliff finds some room, and he's going to be close to the first down. We'll see where they mark it. He's got it. It's a pickup of 10 for Jordan Ratliff, who's having a nice night.
Look at the push, folks. This offensive line right now is pushing this defensive line back. Great job on the backside of cutting the defenders down and creating a huge hole for the running back.
He's got 72 yards on 12 carries already. Now Behrendt in trouble, and he's sacked at the 37-yard line. There is Lally again. What did you call him, an animal?
He's an animal. That's what the coaches call him. And right now he's playing like one. Huge sack there. And you see right now, there's the one thing that this quarterback doesn't do well is run. He's a pure pocket passer, and if you can keep him contained and get pressure on him, you're not going to have to go too far to make the sack. Great job working the tackle on the outside. Lally does a nice job with the sack.
That's his 22nd career sack. He's 9th all-time in that category at Mount Union. Just over a minute to go here in the half. They go back to Ratliff, and he'll get about 5 yards of it back, but 3rd and fairly long coming up. And another timeout called here. And this time it's Mount Union. With a minute 10 to go before halftime, each team with 1 timeout remaining.
They're going to try to obviously get the ball back and have some time. As quick as their offense is on Mount Union, they can score very, very fast. So huge 3rd down here. And they've gotten this Whitewater offense off schedule with that 2nd and long, now 3rd and 8. So this is a position now where maybe Mount Union can throw some pressure at him. Chris Kappas, the defensive coordinator, it's his first year calling plays. Sounded a little nervous coming into this big championship game, but he's taking the reins over from Vince Karras, who used to call the plays last year on defense. Let's see if they can bring some pressure here.
For the 10th straight year, one of these two teams is going to be the champion. The 9th time they've met in the Division III championship game. Lakers, Celtics, Yankees, Dodgers, Giants, Bears. You know, this has got that kind of cachet at the Division III football.
2 dynasties going at it today. You love it.
Whitewater and Mount Union. So 3rd down and 8. Matt Behrendt rolls out to his left. Waiting and now throws on the run. Incomplete. 4th down. Clock stops with 1:03 to go. Behrendt was trying to hit Joe Worth along the sideline. They can't connect. They're going to have to punt.
I'll tell you, nothing tougher than rolling out to your left as a right-handed quarterback, and he had to really get his shoulders around. He really threw a nice ball. But number 9, Joe Worth, wide receiver, couldn't pull it down. And like you said, Mount Union with plenty of time. A minute is an eternity for this Mount Union offense.
Tim Kennedy came into the game 3 punt returns and just 42 yards shy of a new Division III record in both categories. He'd love to bring one back. He's backpedaling here, calls for the fair catch at the 10-yard line. Mount Union has just under a minute to go here before half. This was their last drive.
Well, it was really the Kevin-Burke showed he used his legs and his arms in this one. You see it here, his ability to make people miss and get big, huge chunks running the football. Then he throws a strike to his favorite wide receiver, Scott, who's coming off his biggest game last week.
Well, Mount Union, they run with tempo, Anthony, and they've scored quickly. They've scored a lot of points this year. 57 seconds is plenty of time for this offense.
So they're going to spread it out, and they're going to get the ball down in these seams and try to make some big plays down the football field.
Burke spins, fires it to Scott. Little receiver screen. Did he lose it? Ball popped out, and Marcus McLin takes it back for the Warhawks in the red zone. What a turnover as Marcus McLin knocked it out and recovered it too.
You want to talk about some corners now for this football team. You got Grayvold on one side with the pick six, and you got McLin, who wasn't even supposed to play in his football game. He says, look, give me that ball, stripped it right out, and he recovers it himself. It's a great play. He's got Scott twisting and turning, doesn't know where to go. I'll tell you what, these corners for this football team have showed up for Whitewater.
And 51 seconds, I'm going to say it again here, is plenty of time for Matt Behrendt, especially where they take over the football. 17-yard line. And they waste no time. They go right to the end zone, and it's a touchdown to Kumaro. Jake Kumaro, a 17-yard strike from Behrendt. And how about that? Whitewater makes him pay, and now penalty flags are everywhere.
It's a 7-step post on the outside, and they got two defenders on him, but the body, the 6'5" frame, folks, he's just too big. And a great throw. Keep it down low. Let the big man go down and get the football. That's a combination, folks, that stood the test of time. 35 touchdowns coming in this football game, 2 right now.
The result of the play was a touchdown. After the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 98. That is his first unsportsmanlike conduct.
That's on Josh Butler of Mount Union, the nose tackle. And Jake Kumaro, now his school record 36 touchdown reception. The senior from Bartlett, Illinois, a suburb of Chicago. And I've been talking to a lot of people this week. They think he has a shot at the NFL.
He's playing in the NFLPA Collegiate All-Star game. Going to give a good look there. I'll tell you what, 6'5", he can get it done. He's showing it today. First half, he's having a monster game.
Wisconsin-Whitewater just ahead of halftime, gets a turnover, and on the very next play, Behrendt throws it to Kumaro for the touchdown. Boy, that's really sticking it to Mount Union just ahead of the half.
I'll tell you what, I mean, it started with the strip. I mean, McLin with a great play, both of those corners coming up big for this Whitewater defense, and then the confidence to come out on offense first play and throw a ball, perfect ball, thrown down low to get that touchdown. I'll tell you what, both sides of the football right now for Wisconsin-Whitewater have shown up in this game.
Lance Leipold trying to go out with another national championship. It would be his 6th at his alma mater before leaving for the University of Buffalo. You were saying that he's got to report for work on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys got to be in the office. It's a quick turnaround, and I'll tell you, it's the big leagues now. This is where they're going. They wanted, accepted the job, and of course they're going to get to celebrate this game if they can pull it off. But I'll tell you what, Mount Union, let's see how aggressive they get here, Clay. 44 seconds, a lot of teams would take a knee. Let's see if they try to attack them before the half.
Therese Scott back to return. Jared Ruth also back there. And this is going to sail through the end zone. It's a touchback. 44 seconds for Kevin Burke and the Mount Union offense to work with, and 1 timeout. Kevin Burke so far tonight, 10 of 18 for 167 yards, a couple of touchdowns. He was intercepted once by Grayvold. Was returned for a touchdown. But we have seen how dynamic he can be. And again, 44 seconds for this offense, which can score quickly, is plenty of time to get on the board.
I'll tell you what, you got to be careful here now. You got 2 turnovers in a row. It's 27-14. I know you got a high-powered offense, but there's no shame going into halftime trying to regroup. They got enough firepower to come back in the second half. Let's see how cautious they get on this series.
Play clock already down to 5. Burke sets to throw, lots of deep, and it's picked off again, and it's McLin. Marcus McLin cuts it back, stays on his feet, down to the 28. What can't this guy do?
And we just talked about how risky were you going to be. Could you not just go into half, take a knee, and they decided to get aggressive, and they had pressure on the quarterback. He gets hit right before he threw it. McLin's got his eyes on the quarterback, and I'll tell you what, I don't know if his ankle's hurt or what, but he ain't limping out there. He made another great play. And this kid is all over the place for this Whitewater team. And I'll tell you what, they got another opportunity to put some points up with the timeout, 27 seconds. This is very dangerous time for Mount Union.
Kevin-Burke with just 5 interceptions all season heading into this game. He's been picked off twice here tonight. After the 29-yard return, Behrendt and the Whitewater offense go back to work. Very little time to work with. That's going to be a catch for Justin Howard. And he gets it to the 20-yard line.
Wondering why the clock is not running here.
Spotted actually at the 21.
I guess he was out of bounds.
Start the clock up again. Whitewater does have a timeout. Now a man is down. And it's Justin Howard who falls back down to the turf. That was peculiar.
I thought he caught the ball in bounds, folks, and the clock shouldn't have stopped because it's a second down play. It wasn't a first down.
Trainers are out to look at the senior. Here's that play you're talking about.
He catches the ball. It's a nice grab.
Yeah, he's down in bounds.
He's in bounds, so the clock should have been starting on that one there. I don't know why the clock didn't start.
Rogers Redding, NCAA National Coordinator of Officiating, is with us up here in the booth. And Rogers, what do you see there?
Came down in bounds, and the clock should continue running. He slid out of bounds after he hit it in bounds, but he came to the ground in bounds. So the linesman may have felt like that he hit the sideline as he came down.
Well, you can see Howard, who made that catch, was heading toward the sideline and went right down.
And he went hard on his hip there, Clay. So yeah, potentially could have came down awkwardly on the side of his hip.
And you saw Matt Behrendt, who was ready to call a timeout. Howard went down, and so they're spared using that timeout because of the injury salvage. And this is good to see. Howard is back to his feet. Now he's limping a little bit. He's going to be helped off. Justin Howard tonight, 7 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown. If they lose him for any extended period of time or the rest of the game, that would be devastating for this offense. 18 seconds still on the clock here before halftime. 27-14 Wisconsin-Whitewater. They've got a second down and 3 from the 21 coming up. And now Lance Leipold is out to talk with the officials.
I think they're disputing the fact that maybe the clock should have been running. They might take some time off here after that catch.
Timeout, Whitewater. Because of the injury, we would have had a 10-second runoff. They're taking a timeout, so we do not have a 10-second runoff. But we need to set the game clock at 15 seconds.
So now Whitewater set a timeout.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they came up with 15 seconds either because of the fact that the clock is supposed to be stopped. So they can take an immediate timeout here. But either way, this is the situation now where there's still time. But again, you got to be wary of where you catch this ball. If they can get a first down, Clay, the clock will stop. You can spike it quickly and get in field goal opportunity. So depends where they want to go here on this option. They might take a shot here, maybe look for that one-on-one coverage. They got the big 6'5" receiver. We've seen him on the inside. Maybe they try to go outside on this play right here.
Well, this offense has been explosive tonight. Wisconsin-Whitewater, 288 yards of total offense. Pretty balanced, too. 183 through the air, 105 on the ground. And Lance Leipold still not happy with the explanation he's getting from Sean Quirk. Here they go, second down and 3, 15 seconds on the clock. Moore is in the backfield to the right of Behrendt. Kumaro lined up at the bottom of your screen. Finally start the play clock. Behrendt throws. They quickly get out of bounds on that completion. Junikin, the tight end. 12 seconds. Bring up third down. Maybe just trying to set up a better field goal?
Yeah, I mean, you can be cautious here if you want to try to get Kumro one-on-one, but right now they're playing that coverage where they had the safety on top protecting it. But if you watch here, folks, we got one-on-one coverage right here at the top of your screen. Let's see if they take a chance on the outside on this play.
Now Behrendt through the sideline. Did he catch it?
Wow.
Yes, it's caught by Joe Worth. And the clock stops with 6 seconds to go. First down and goal to go Warhawks.
I'll tell you what. They got to get on the ball here for this field goal attempt.
I think they're going to review this too.
It's a great grab. I'll tell you what, folks. Looks like he's got control prior to the ball coming to his body. That toe looks down.
The ruling on the field was a catch. The play is under further review.
Bruce Palmer, our replay official's getting a workout tonight.
That's a bang-bang play for me right there. And to me, I just don't see enough information to overturn it because it's so close. It's a great snag by Wertho. I'll tell you what now. You talk about full extension and having the ability to keep that foot or at least have it touching the ground right here. Foot comes off right there slightly, but it comes back down. It's hard to tell if he's got control. Looks like he's got control of the football, but it's bang-bang. It's a simultaneous play. Be interesting to see where they go here. Let's see if we can freeze it when he catches it.
All right, Rogers, we've got the benefits of instant replay. We're able to blow it up, twice its size. But if you were down on the field, how would you have called that?
Well, it looks like to me that the foot is down when he gets possession of the ball. It's very hard to tell, but and it's going to be hard to find indisputable video evidence to overturn this.
Here we go. Sean Quirk.
After further review, the play stands as called. First down.
They agreed with you, Rogers.
Yeah, we got one right at that.
I was going to say, there's no way Rogers can go 0-2 in the championship game, right? So now he's back to even. Let's hope not.
NCAA National Coordinator of Officials, Rogers Redding, joining us up here for this Division III National Title game in Salem. And they are going to try the field goal. This is going to be a 23-yard shot for Lake Bacher, who missed earlier from 24. This one is true. And that's a big field goal for Whitewater as they add to their lead just ahead of halftime, 30-14 now.
That's a huge play by their defense, Whitewater, to get the ball back. Mount Union takes a risk, Clay, and they're paying for it right now. They give up 2 late touchdowns that have really now made it. It's going to make it really difficult coming down the second half.
Tough turn.
And here's Grayvold making an outstanding play on the interception. Takes it to the house again, second straight title game doing it. Then McLin with the strip. He's playing a fantastic game. And then they get risky here. Right before this drive, they decide to go deep, and they pay for it badly with McLin on the interception.
Whitewater with 17 points on turnovers now. And Mount Union, a team that just has been so good with ball security and great decisions by Burke. You don't turn that team over very often, and Whitewater's been able to do it, and that's the difference in the game right now.
And there's the problem. You see Mount Union, a high-powered offense. They've had a lot of success, scored a lot of points, but with 44 seconds left, Clay, and you just give up a touchdown, you got to play it safe. I thought you should have went into half there and regrouped at halftime.
30-14, Wisconsin-Whitewater at the half, trying to repeat as Division III national champions and trying to win their 6th title overall. The turnovers have plagued the Raiders. 3 in the first half. 17 points off those turnovers for the Warhawks. Let's go down to Kara Capuano.
Coach, 3 turnovers in that second quarter, points scored off of each. How can the Warhawks sustain the momentum created by that?
Well, it's going to be a 60-minute game. You can see they're pretty explosive offensively. Marcus McLin, it's great to have him on the field. Made some big plays for us, but we still got to capitalize on a few other opportunities, but it's an excellent first half so far.
What are you going to tell the guys right now about what it's going to take to defend that championship?
We need 30 more minutes of the same type of effort we had this first half.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Guys, they just took Justin Howard to the locker room a little bit early to evaluate him, but I did talk to trainer Chad Kelsey, and he is probable to return in the second half for the Warhawks.
Well, that's good news for Whitewater. Mount Union, they were down only 6 with a minute to go before halftime, and then 2 turnovers led to 10 points for Whitewater. They lead it 30-14 at the break. Welcome back to the NCAA Division III College Football Championship presented by Northwestern Mutual. As we get ready to start the second half, it's 30-14 Wisconsin-Whitewater. 3 costly turnovers for the Purple Raiders in that first half, Anthony Becht. And you can't give that offense for Wisconsin-Whitewater, free possessions like that, those turnovers really killing Mount Union.
It really was, and their wide receivers and their offense have taken advantage of it. You look at what they've done so far, and Justin Howard, one of the receivers that's torn up this Mount Union defense over the middle, along the sidelines. He stretched the field and made it tough for this Mount Union defense to control the ball. And then you look at the other side, the 6'5" wide receiver, Kumro. NFL scouts are looking at this guy at the Division III level, down the sidelines. Great catch. Look at the ability to pull it in with one hand. And then across the middle, catching the ball high points it great, and then using your body. You're 6'5", get behind in front of the defender, pull down the catch. These two guys have been exciting so far in 30 minutes of play.
Again, the difference in the game has been turnovers. 17 points off those turnovers. Kumaro with a touchdown off a turnover. Howard has a touchdown here tonight. They have been dynamic. Now, of course, Justin Howard left to go to the locker room before that first half came to an end. He was dinged up. We'll see if he's able to play here in the second half and have a factor. Mount Union will get the football to start. Down 16 points. From the 1, it's Therese Scott, the junior from Alliance, Ohio, right there where Mount Union is located. And the return to the 32-yard line as we go down to Kara Capuano.
Vince Karras, as stoic as I saw him the entire first half. At the break, he told the Purple Raiders, we've just got to play better. We've got to execute our game plan. We've got to stay poised. They knew the Warhawks would be a tough team to beat. Can't turn the ball over, obviously, but he said, listen, we get the ball first. It's only a 2-score game. Stay poised.
Well, and Vince Karras, this isn't his first rodeo. I mean, he's been a part of 10 of the program's national titles as either a player or assistant. It's not going to get him rattled that they're down 16 points to start the half. And throw out to the sideline. Sherman Wilkinson makes the catch. The senior from Dayton, give him 5. And it's going to be second down and 5.
Right now, this offense needs to just calm down. They got to get back on schedule. They're down 2 scores, folks. This team can put up points. Major clips across the field. I like to see this right here. Get the quarterback running the football a little more.
Yeah, Kevin-Burke gets the first down after the 45. First half stats. 3 turnovers are glaring for the Raiders, especially considering the 2 of them came with under a minute to go before half.
You're right. 2 crucial mistakes at the end there, right before the half. And right now, it's on the shoulders of Kevin-Burke. He's been the leader all year. He's got to come back out in the second half battling.
And the Gallardi Award winner goes down the sideline. Some contact. It's incidental. Sherman Wilkinson, the intended receiver. Marcus McLin was in the coverage. And how about that half for McLin?
I'll tell you what. Listen, I talked to Brian Borland before the game, and I said, listen, is McLin going to play? He's like, man, I can't tell the senior to sit. He doesn't want to, go back. So what are you going to tell the kid? He's going to go out there and fight for us. I'll tell you what, he looks as healthy as I've seen a player on the field. He's been dominating this game so far.
Forced fumble recovery, and an interception for the senior. Wanted to go out with another championship. There's Meacham, the number 3 receiver for Mount Union, and their captain. And it's going to be third down here, and we'll call it 6.
See a couple short passes here early. Get Burke in a groove. Listen, he's been there and done that. He's never been down in this season until this game, but he's good enough to get this team back.
Sets, time to throw, and throws a strike, and it's Namdar. Gain of 10. First down into plus territory.
This is their offense. You see the groove. Kevin-Burke coming out. This is a big drive for them coming out of this half. So far, moving the ball very well.
3 receivers to the right, a little play fake. And there's Burke throwing to the sideline, and he overshot Namdar that time. Sails out of bounds. First half, Burke 10 of 19, 167 yards and 2 touchdowns. One was disputed. It looked like it was poked out by McLin before the receiver got into the end zone, but it was ruled a touchdown catch. And Burke, of course, also picked off twice. Wilkinson goes up, brings it down, about a yard short of the first down marker. McLin on the tackle. Bring up 3rd and short.
And what made the defense, Whitewater's defense, successful in the first half? At the end, they were starting to get pressure, especially with 4 down linemen. Let's see if they can get back into that groove here in the second half.
They run it, and that's a first down carry for Logan Nemeth. And Sean Flood, defensive end, brings him down after a gain of 4. They'll move the chains. Mount Union really gets some momentum going with a touchdown drive here on their opening series of the half. First and 10 from the 29. Burke to throw. Has a man wide open, caught! Roman Namdar. A 29-yard touchdown reception. That time he just smoked Grayvold. And a big statement on the opening series for the Raiders.
Well, we talked about it earlier. Grayvold rarely gets beat by speed running back. You see that hesitation right there. That little read fake caught him. Gave enough room for Namdar to get behind him. Big play there. And you see the offense, folks. Right back in it. Huge touchdown. Less than 2 minutes to get it in the end zone.
And Edward Runke comes on for the point after. And it's good. And now Mount Union down just 9.
13:04 to go in the
An
third
impressive
quarter.
opening series here to start the second half. 9 plays, 67 yards in under 2 minutes. We got a ball game. Lead is now 9 for Wisconsin-Whitewater after Kevin Burke's third touchdown pass of the game. Burke threw 7 touchdown passes last week in the semifinals. So this guy, when he gets on a roll, look out. And he has pulled the Purple Raiders to within 9 here early in the second half.
Yeah, there's no lack of confidence in this kid. Listen, he's the best player in Division III the last 2 years going for a reason. And right now he's showing he can shake it off. He's got a short-term memory.
Good to see Justin Howard back on the field. He's on this kickoff return to the 28-yard line. And now Matt Behrendt will lead the Warhawks offense out onto the field for the first time here in the second half. And this guy is a winner. In championship games, Matt Behrendt plays his best.
You got to show up when the bright lights are on, and this kid has done that last year. He did it in the big win, and this is the key right here, folks. 0 INTs. Right now he's played a clean game. Let's see if he can finish the second half and do the same.
Well, that's the difference in this one right now, because Burke has not. 2 interceptions thrown. Ratliff starts deep in the backfield on this opening series of the half, and he'll get it. Jordan Ratliff nowhere to go. He is consumed by Pogarel, conference spur linebacker. It's the third tackle for loss for Mount Union.
Yeah, right now they're getting pressure. They're getting to the second level, and you see Pogarel right there chasing them down from the backside. A good job. Really started there by number 90, Laley there, pushing the tackle back into the backfield.
Ratliff 77 yards rushing in the first half. And that time he takes a loss. Second down and 11. Behrendt 3 steps. Sets, has time, looking downfield. And a strike to the 41. Ratliff out of the backfield, hauls one in. That's a gain of 16 in the first down.
That's a great job. First the protection, but Ratliff was the 4th option on this play. He goes to the outside, then he comes all the way back, and Ratliff just finds a hole in the defense there and catches that corner out. Great vision by Behrendt on that play.
Now doing it, catching the football is Jordan Ratliff. Second team, all WEAC. First down and 10. On the 44-yard line, Finko on the jet sweep, cuts it up, hops a tackler and gets close to midfield. A gain of 5 for Ricky Finko, the freshman from Heartland, Wisconsin, as Coach F brings him down, and that's not a good sign for Whitewater as he goes limping to the sideline.
Yeah, there's no question about it. He brings that speed and quickness element, especially on them jet sweeps and those inside quick routes.
Behrendt will send a receiver to either side. Joe Worth is lined up wide right. Jake Kumaro, top of your screen. Second and 5, it's Jordan Ratliff looking for a block. He's going to get maybe a yard as Jonathan Cannell is able to find the ball carrier. It's a gain of 1. Third down coming up here for the Warhawks on their opening series of the half.
And you see Whitewater right now on offense. They're doing the same thing as they did in the first half. They're going to run the football, get short down and distance on third down, and try and make an easy conversion on the pass.
9th Stagg Bowl in the last 10 years. Wisconsin-Whitewater winning 5 of the last 7 titles, including last year's blowout win of Mount Union. They've got the lead. They don't convert on third down here. They went for Kumaro and went right through his fingers. Trey Jones, number 5, in on the coverage.
I talked about it in the first half. These DBs are going to have to start jamming the receiver off the line of scrimmage. And look what they do, Clay. Right out in the first series, they get right in his face. And now it's not as easy as a receiver getting the pass and the catch from the quarterback. Great job by Trey Jones on that play.
It's about a 7-inch differential. Jones 5'10", Kumaro 6'5". He went right at him, popped him in the chops, and it paid off. Third punt here for Lake Bacher. Standing at the 10. This is Tim Kennedy. He's going to let it bounce. And it rolls to the 21-yard line. And that's where Mount Union will have it. Down just 9 now.
Trey Jones, you got to get in his face. I like it. The 6'5" receiver trying to make a play, but Trey Jones says, you're not having that, son. Great play by this Mount Union defense.
Patrick Anthony Beck, Kara Capuano back here at the Division III National Championship. It's 30-21 Wisconsin-Whitewater, but Mount Union within 9 thanks to Roman Namdar's 18th touchdown reception of the year.
And they've done this several times. They're going to fake this little route right here, and then they're going to take the wide receiver and run him out. And this corner's going to get sucked in. Watch this, how they get Namdar the ball this try, right in that turkey hole, folks. And they're going to do the same thing again on this last touchdown play. Watch Grayvold. That little hesitation holds the corner. They make a big throw and catch. Great job.
So Mount Union has momentum on their side. The sprint out. Burke hits the receiver in stride. It's Scott. He has a block downfield and gets it to the 42-yard line. This offense is starting to click now. That's a gain of 21.
You see the flow now. They're getting on schedule, Clay. This is what they want to do. Get big chunks, move the chains quickly. Right now you see this flow. This defense is putting a lot of pressure on this Whitewater defense.
Burke tries the other side with Scott. And this time the Warhawks play it better. It's a gain of 3 as Seitz makes the tackle.
Starting to see Scott now become a factor in this game. Looks like Burke is finding him 6 times so far in this game. He's targeted him 8 times. So right now he's the go-to receiver in this offense.
Burke, the inside handoff to Logan Nemeth. He stopped a couple of yards shy of the first down marker. That's Paul Foster, all-conference linebacker. Number 51, third on the team in tackles. Forces a 3rd and 2 here for Mount Union. They keep it on the ground. Nemeth plunges ahead. And they'll move the sticks.
And he's quietly had himself a nice game today, handing him off the football, getting some big chunks. And again, the more they can run it and be effective, they're going to set this defense up, and you're going to see the quarterback pull the football and make a big run.
Wasting no time, getting another play off. Play fake. Burke going deep. Plenty of coverage down there. Wilkinson can't bring it in. Grayvold was back there. McLin was back there. And it's 2nd down.
That's a post route here. We're going to try to run past the defense. But like you said, for a guy who's got a bum ankle, McLin looks like he's stride for stride with him on that play. Great job by him making a play on that football.
From the 45-yard line, 2nd down and 10. Mount Union down 9 points. Burke got it out late to Scott. He walks out of bounds at about the 31-yard line, another 1st down. That's going to be officially a run in the scorebook. It's a delayed play if you're ever going to see one. Burke waiting a long time to get it out to Scott.
Do you know how hard that play was he just did? He actually faked the handoff, ran the football, and threw it right before the defender hit him. Pretty spectacular play there.
Nemeth finds a crack. And a good run on 1st down of about 9 yards. Justin Dishler, leading tackler for the Warhawks, finally brings him down, but this offense continues to move and move quickly. Another 1st down, and Nemeth will get it to the 9-yard line. 1st down, goal to go, Mount Union.
Right now, this offensive line is starting to take over. You see the hands on the waist here by the defense right now by these defensive linemen. They're speeding this game up, and they're getting big chunks in the running game.
Burke on the keeper. And he stood up at about the 6. There's Foster again. The offensive coordinator, Jeff Dart, has the nation's #1 offense. In the first half, they were limited a little bit, even though 224 yards is nothing to sneeze at. But you can tell things are different now here in the second half. They're more confident. Flags everywhere, perhaps a free play. To the end zone, touchdown, Wilkinson. Now, will it hold up? Well, there's a couple of flags. Raiders believe that this is going to stand. Here's Sean Quirk.
There were fouls by both teams. Offside, 98, defense. Holding, offense. Penalties offset, repeat the down.
I was going to say, I don't know if it's worth cheering if it's on both plays, because obviously it nullifies the touchdown by Mount Union. But again, a crucial play, big play there. They could have had an opportunity with the defensive offsides and can't take advantage of it.
So they'll replay it, 2nd down and goal. 7:42 to go here, 3rd quarter. 10th play of the drive for the Purple Raiders. Burke gives it off to Nemeth. He barrels inside the 5-yard line. Dishler makes the stop. 3rd down, goal to go. Another marker down. Okay. This is going to go against Whitewater.
91 defense. Half the distance to the goal. 2nd down.
It's Mike Bratchett, the senior defensive end out of Milwaukee. It's the 2nd penalty against the Warhawks. 2nd down and goal. Mount Union on the doorstep. Touchdown. Nemeth goes in untouched from 3 yards out.
Really great job by this offensive line on this series, and ran the football down the field. And look at the seal block. Watch the center, 52, folks. Just close it all off. Nemeth, who's been running the ball extremely hard. The end of the first half into the second, finds the end zone. And right now, he's been a big part of this Mount Union comeback.
10 plays, 79 yards in under 3 minutes. And Runke makes this a 2-point game. A couple of big touchdown drives for the Purple Raiders, looking for their 12th national title. They are down just 2 now. Mount Union climbing back into this game early in the second half. 2 touchdown drives to start the half. This is the 9th meeting between these 2 programs in the last decade. And over that span, Wisconsin-Whitewater has the lead, 5 Stagg Bowls to 3. Lance Leipold on the left. He's off to Buffalo after this game. Vince Karras, who took over for his dad, Larry, just a couple of years ago as head coach, has seen an inspired bunch here since halftime. Slipping down at the 17 is Justin Howard. Nice tackle by Nemeth as we go down to Kara-Capuano.
Another dinged-up receiver, guys, for Wisconsin-Whitewater. They have heavily taped the left ankle of Ricky Finko. He's currently back here on the sidelines trying to warm up and work it out to get back in there, but his return is questionable.
And on a cold night like tonight, Anthony, it's not easy to keep something like that loose.
And the type of receiver he is, he's quick and shifty. He's got to make quick cuts. It's going to be tough for that young man if his ankle doesn't feel well doing.
Dennis Moore will start this series in the backfield for Whitewater. They've racked up 324 yards of offense, over 100 yards on the ground. He'll get the carry, his 11th of the night. And this Mount Union defense is also picking it up. That's a loss of 1 as Alex Kochev leads the pursuit.
Well, right now you see the momentum, the intensity. You see the push by the team in purple, Mount Union. And right now they got to continue this effort. Whitewater's offense trying to stay on schedule. Clay, we've seen them run the ball, and make short third down conversions. Right now, Mount Union playing them tough on first downs. One of the keys we thought in the beginning of this game.
That was a complete reverse in the first half, those numbers. 2nd down and 11. Play clock winding down. They get it off Behrendt. Their handoff. And Moore will pick up 3 yards as Furta makes the tackle. Having a terrific junior season. Number 86, 2nd team All-Ohio Athletic Conference. There's a man down. Slow to get up is Josh Butler, the senior nose tackle. That's not a good sign. He's not putting any weight on that right ankle.
Yeah, you hate to see that. Senior. He's had a fantastic career at Mount Union.
Perhaps a knee.
Hopefully he's okay.
Third down and 8 for this offense, which has been so good on 3rd down. 8 of 12 in the game.
See this amoeba defense here shifting around.
They rush 5, pressure off the edge, getting off, but then intercepted. Trey Jones with the pick, and then he lost it.
Oh, man.
We'll see who recovered it. Trey Jones with the interception. His 7th of the year, and he fumbled it, but it looks like Mount Union has him. Look at that smile on Vince Karras' face.
This game is slowly turning towards Mount Union, folks. An amoeba defense, a lot of guys moving around. He's not ready for the football. Kumaro and Trey Jones right now has been all over him in the second half, and then he fumbles it, and then somewhere under this pile, Clay, somebody in purple finds the football.
It's Cody Pogarel who recovers the loose football. But Trey Jones with his 7th INT of the night, the first turnover for Wisconsin-Whitewater, and Mount Union takes over in the red zone. Down 2 with 5:53 to go in the quarter.
How about the cornerback play for both teams? Now, I'll tell you what, there's some special players on the outside for each of these teams.
Nemeth again. What a run. The confidence belongs now to the Raiders. That's an 11-yard rip. First down and goal. And they're going to stop play.
Got a man down. I think it's Thompson. Look at
now penalty flags are flying. You a lip reader?
I am not. Rogers, are you? He's shaking his head.
Well, the penalty is against Mount Union. They're marking it back to the 22-yard line.
It's a 15-yarder, so it's got to be some type of personal foul. Went from the 7 to the 22. Quick math, Clay. 15 yards.
You're terrific. That West Virginia education continues to come in handy.
There you go. Love the jokes.
So they're backed up to the 22. And it's still first down and goal for Mount Union. Nemeth stays in the backfield. And we're going to get Sean Quirk to back away. We'll start the play clock. Burke hit hard, got rid of it in time, and it's incomplete. Right through the hands of Meacham. That was going to be a tough catch. Winsky gave him a pop, but boy, was Burke under pressure.
Yeah, he was, and this is what Whitewater was doing in the first half, and really just a one-on-one win by John Flood, number 94, and throws the ball high. Second and a long 22.
Complete. Meacham. He steps out of bounds inside the 15. So it'll be third down and goal, as Mount Union is trying to make the Warhawks pay for their first turnover of the night. Spotted at the 13-yard line. Burke has 3 touchdown passes in the game.
Whitewater's going to play coverage here. Kevin-Burke has to be careful now in this third and goal play from deep 12-yard line.
Wants to throw, running, being chased, and he's going to throw it away. Mike Bratchett was breathing down his neck, and that's going to force fourth down.
Hey, it's a smart play. Got one of the best kickers ever to come through. Mount Union, take the field goal, take the points, and potentially take their first lead of this football game.
The missed kicks for Whitewater starting to loom larger and larger. They've missed a field goal tonight. They had a PAT blocked as Runke sets up from 29 yards out. Bingo. Mount Union with its first lead of the night.
It's the first time we're on Mount Union's side, Clay. You see all the arms up in the stands here. They finally have something to cheer about. Their big-time kicker, record-setting kicker, kicks it through the uprights to give them the lead.
Well, tomorrow, the NCAA FCS Football Championship semifinal. Illinois State trying to pull off an upset against the #1 seed New Hampshire. That's tomorrow at 2 on ESPNU, also available on Watch ESPN. And as we speak, North Dakota State, the 3-time defending FCS national champs, taking on Sam Houston State in Fargo. But Mount Union now has the lead by 1 as Behrendt and Whitewater offense get ready to go back to work with 5:05 to go here in the third quarter. But ever since the half started, just feel how things have changed. Mount Union is the more confident team right now. They're playing more efficient.
Well, let's give credit to defensive coordinator for Mount Union, Chris Kappas. He made some nice adjustments, and this defense now, in the face of the receivers, making some turnovers, definitely see the changes they made to try to come out in the second half and play better.
McLin takes a knee. He'll start at the 25. That's how you keep warm on a cold night.
Well, I'll tell you what, you got to work on that form. You got to keep the back straight, shoulders tight. But they're going to be doing a lot of those push-ups for every point these teams are scoring.
And again, Mount Union, a record-setting year in the point category. 844 points coming into the night. They put up 31 here.
Is he not the loosest coach you've ever seen in a game? Talk about peaks and valleys. He's out there smiling. He's drinking a little of that
Gatorade.
Sports drink. Yeah, I'll tell you, he's doing a great job and confidence in his team.
He learned it from his dad, Larry Karras, who ran this program for many years. 11 national titles. He's still the athletic director. Dennis Moore on the screen. First down and much more. Gets a block downfield. He could go all the way. Dennis Moore. A 75-yard touchdown. How about that response for the Warhawks?
I'll tell you what, offensive coordinator Andy Kotelnicki, what a great job of throwing that screen pass. Folks, they ran the ball, the short, quick passes, get it out the receiver. They have yet to do that, and they get this. They see the pressure by the defensive line of Mount Union in the second half, and they beat them in their own game by throwing a screen pass. And this man right here, number 31, Dennis Moore, knows what to do with the football when he gets it. You saw that speed, house call, for Dennis Moore.
Dennis Moore has been so good running the football all year. But the last couple of games, he's factored in the receiving game. Second straight week with a receiving touchdown. And after 17 unanswered for Mount Union, Wisconsin-Whitewater strikes again to regain the lead.
Yeah, Dennis Moore, he's right here in the backfield. They're going to run a screen pass to the left-hand side. Look at the pressure. These guys are baiting in. They come too far up the field. Now somebody's got to make a play. Got receivers blocking. And then Dennis Moore's got to make a play with his legs. And it's the speed of the back, making moves in the open field. Look at the offensive linemen, receivers, hands-on guys, finishing the play till the end. Look at them all the wide receivers. Number 19, Stordo, we haven't even called his name out, makes a key block. It's about contributions, 11 guys, and that's the thing, Clay, I love about this Division III football team is all these guys go out there and they play football and they know what to do.
That was the 4th touchdown pass thrown by Matt Behrendt. Last year he had 4 touchdown passes and 249 yards through the air. Well, he's topped those numbers already here tonight. 294 through the air and 4 touchdowns.
Not bad, 794 yards offense, Clay. Think we'll crack 1,000?
Something tells me. It's always a great event when these two teams play. We'll see what Mount Union does. Scott, he gets loose across the 30. And he twists across the 35-yard line, pulled out of bounds. A good return for Therese Scott of 37 yards.
Head coach Vince Carroll was talking about special teams being a weakness for this team last year, and he's taken more handle on it. And you can tell with this game today, they played a lot better. Some big returns, some blocked kicks. They've done a better job of getting the difference.
Last 3 drives for Mount Union. 67-yard touchdown drive, a 79-yard touchdown drive, and a field goal off a turnover. Burke keeps, sprints to the sideline, looking for room. And he gets into Warhawk territory. He's pushed out at the 46. A 16-yard run for Kevin Burke. Again, that's a dynamic that so few quarterbacks could bring.
He's so versatile back there, and his legs, they're spinning so fast. He's only 5'11", folks. He looks like a speed demon back there, but he's got a great ability to get away from defenders and make big plays with his legs. 43-1 is the team starter. The last 3 years, he led the team to a Stagg Bowl win in 2012 over St. Thomas of Minnesota. Sprinting out, throwing, and underthrown. It's incomplete. Kevin Burke from Westlake, Ohio. He beat Braxton Miller's Huber Heights team back in 2010 in the Ohio State title game as a quarterback for St. Edward High School, Cleveland. I mean, Braxton Miller, and that's a guy that did the big things with the Buckeyes before the injury, and Kevin Burke bested him. 2nd down and 10. Incomplete. So now 3rd and long as Meacham is the intended receiver. Good job forcing 2 passes incomplete there by Wisconsin-Whitewater's defense. And right now, this defensive line, they showed the pressure earlier. Can they get to the quarterback? They'll play a little coverage here, see if they can get there with 4.
This would be a big stop for the Whitewater defense. 3rd and 10. Burke in trouble, gets out. Looking to throw still. Now he's got to run, and he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down. Driven down and around the 40-yard line by Zach Franz, the defensive tackle.
This is an area of the field where Mount Union might decide to go for it, but it looks like they're confident in what their defense is doing right now.
And Kevin Burke was angling for an attempt on 4th down, but he's going to be called off the field. And Edward Runke will punt. Marcus McLin back to return for Whitewater. Just the 2nd punt tonight for Runke. And a pin and beat. And it takes a sideways bounce. Out of bounds inside the 20. And they're going to mark it at about the 16-yard line. Matt Behrendt, the quarterback for Wisconsin-Whitewater. Tonight, 294 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a pick.
He's slicing and dicing early in this football game. He was on point. And really, folks, we have not seen this in the 2nd half until this screen pass right here. Dennis Moore. There's probably more than, than Matt Behrendt on this one when he takes it to the house. But he's played a very good game. Of course, he got that 1 turnover. You don't see it often from him. But again, this game has been shaping up to have a fantastic finish.
Senior from Westchester, Illinois. An All-American kid. Great leader for this Wisconsin-Whitewater program. And there he hits his roommate, Jake Kumaro, for the 1st down. Best friends, roommates, Behrendt and Kumaro.
And he's got the Samson locks there. And he'll probably never cut because it gives him that power and strength to go get the football. But I'll tell you what now, he's a talent.
People have been trying to encourage Matt Behrendt to grow his hair out like Kumaro does. He says, no way in heck. He likes the high and tight look. That one's tipped and picked off nearly. That was almost intercepted. Will Heitschuh thought he was headed for a pick six.
Man, that was close. And you see his frustration right there. Great job by Laley. Tipping the ball in the air, and he just can't hold on to it. Would have been a house call. Great play, though, by Mount Union.
Tom Lally, he does so many good things. He got his hand up there to tip that one in the air. Almost forced the interception. Would have been the second interception by this defense tonight. As it is, it's 2nd and 10. Under 3 minutes to go in the third. Matt Behrendt rolls out, throws, and this one is intercepted. Nick Rodriguez, the junior corner. And that is the second interception of Behrendt tonight.
Clay, I saw that coming right before he threw it. I saw triple coverage out there. The underneath route got knocked down, and he only had one more option, the deep comeback. You'll see it here. Watch the 3 defenders for Mount Union. See, Nick Rodriguez has got time to read it. Too many guys in purple there. One of the few and rare mistakes and poor throws we've seen Behrendt make tonight.
39th takeaway by this defense under Chris Kappas this year. 22nd interception. As Burke gets it to Namdar. He's out of bounds. Close to a first down at about the 29-yard line. There you see the look on Behrendt face. Things have changed here since the first half.
And he knows he shouldn't have forced that throw there. He's going to look at that picture and be disappointed.
Burke's got the first down, looking for more. Gets to the sideline, and he's out at about the 15. Mount Union off the turnover, marching now, trying to regain the lead that they had for just a short time. Boy, have turnovers been a story in this game.
They really have. I mean, both teams been careless the first half, Mount Union, and now Wisconsin-Whitewater. The difference is Mount Union needs to take advantage of the turnovers.
Burke hit as he throws, incomplete. Got rid of it just in time to avoid a big loss. Matt Seitz, the Sam linebacker, a freshman, has been playing well all year.
He just wraps around, and Frank, number 67, the left guard, can't get out in time to pick him up. Easy play for Seitz, huge play on that sack.
The linebackers for Whitewater, all new this year. They lost their top 5 linebackers from a season ago, and the guys that stepped up this year have been brilliant. 2nd and 10, Burke over the middle. This one's intercepted. Zach Nellis, the all-conference free safety, gets it right back for the Warhawks.
Kevin-Burke right now is jumping around, barking at the referees as if maybe he thought there was interference, but to me, a very poor decision. Waiting for his receiver to come in, and he throws it right to the safety. See the strong safety right here. He's reading the eyes. Look at the vision. He's just watching Burke, sees the, and there it is. I'll tell you what, Seitz pulled. If we can go back there real quick, we rewind that. Maybe not. Seitz got it and pulled him. So there should have been a flag. Burke is right, but unfortunately goes the other way, and they get the ball back.
3rd interception thrown by Burke. 4th turnover for Mount Union tonight. Ratliff continues to be called upon, and he'll get 4 on that carry. That is the 2nd straight week that Nellis has had an interception. He's got pretty good hairdo too, and the beard to go with it. 2nd down and 6 for Behrendt as Whitewater dodges a bullet. Mount Union deep in Warhawks territory, looking to go back in front. Turnovers keep rearing their ugly head for the Purple Raiders. Now Behrendt taking a shot, looking for Kumaro, and he falls down. There comes the flag. Pass interference in the secondary. Trey Jones is going to be flagged for the PI, it certainly appears.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Behrendt underthrows his football, and the fact that it actually helped him because it slows down the receiver, and Trey Jones is trying to chase him down.
Pass interference. Number 5 on the defense. 15 yards, previous spot, automatic first down.
See Kumaro here, he's got a step, it's just underthrown, but Trey Jones has no idea where the football is, and when he stops, he's going to run right into him. It's an unfortunate play there, but Kumaro did have a step on him initially.
Trey Jones, with his 7th interception earlier tonight. Had one last week in the semifinals that he returned 85 yards for a touchdown. One of the best corners in the country. And now Behrendt Throws this one incomplete, out of bounds. Intended for Justin.
We got two of the best corners in this game. Grayvold on one side, you got Trey Jones, two key players, and when you're circling them as impact players before the game, you better make some plays, and those two guys have shown up so far in this football game.
What a contrast in these offensive styles. The pace for Whitewater, they huddle, and they walk up to the line, and you got to have a hard time catching your breath between plays when Mount Union has it. Play clock down to 3. Behrendt throws. That's high to Kumaro, and he takes a pop from Rodriguez. And now it's 3rd down and 10. Butler limped off the field with some help earlier. Let's go down to Kara for an update.
Yeah, guys, they evaluated the senior defensive tackle Josh Butler for some time. Finally put tape around his right knee, taped ice over it, and he's currently on crutches watching from the sideline.
That's a big loss on that defensive front. Yes, it is. Kumaro lines up in the backfield. Now he goes in motion. Behrendt flips it out. Caught. There's Dennis Moore. Again, out of the backfield with a beautiful run after catch. A gain of 33.
Wait to see this play, folks. You're going to see number 4, Hank Spencer, the defensive linebacker, sniff this one out. But a great touch pass. Look at that, right over the defender's head. And Dennis Moore has shown you in the open field, he can make people miss with his speed, and he makes a huge play and changes field position just like that on a 3rd and 10.
That's the 5th explosive play tonight for the Warhawks. 5th play of 20 yards or more. What a night the junior from Elgin, Illinois is having. Coming up on a half minute to play here in the quarter. And it's Moore again, this time on the ground, and he gets to the 30. As Heitschuh makes the tackle. 2nd down.
I mean, how convenient is that? You got Ratliff in the first half, getting close to 80 yards, and now you got in the second half Dennis Moore. It's been unbelievable for those two backs.
Oh no, and now Lally slow to get up, but he does. Gimps to the sideline. Butler already on crutches. They can't afford to lose too many more interior defensive linemen before they're really going to be shorthanded.
I got to think Lally's going to be back in this game. There's no question about it. They're stretching him out. Maybe he's got a cramp, but...
And Whitewater elects to let the quarter come to an end. Matt Behrendt, he's thrown for over 300 yards tonight and 4 touchdowns. He's clapping. His team takes a 6-point lead into the 4th quarter. Wisconsin-Whitewater trying to repeat as national champions. Meanwhile, Mount Union trying to come back and win their 12th title overall. It's always great when these two collide. We're going to the 4th. We knew this was going to be a barn burner. It always is when Whitewater and Mount Union play in the Stagg Bowl. This is the 9th time in the last 10 years they have met in this game. Whitewater has won 5. The previous 8 meetings. And it's a 6-point game. Whitewater on top as we go to the 4th quarter. They've got it. And Behrendt taking a shot. Kumaro in the end zone. Double coverage and lands incomplete. Trey Jones again back there in the secondary with Heitschuh. It's 3rd down and 5.
This is the matchup, folks, we want. Number 5 versus Kumaro. Look at that. Great job. Stride for stride. Goes up, makes a play on the football. Gets his head around, folks. Young DB's out there trying to play the position. That's how you get around. Make sure you don't get interference. You find the football. Does a nice job. In the second half, he's been a dominant player.
The school record 36th career touchdown earlier tonight. Behrendt, the Stagg Bowl MVP last year. Great numbers again tonight. He's completed the 20, juggled a little bit, but carried out of bounds by Justin Howard, who is still limping. He was dinged up earlier in this game, but he's a gamer.
I think Go was limping. Hopefully he can stay in this football game. He did look like he was bobbling the ball a little bit, but was able to snag it, make a big play. See here. Yeah, looks good to me. Move the chains.
23rd first down tonight for Whitewater as these two teams are closing in on 900 yards of total offense combined. Ratliff, maybe a yard, as Charlie Avila, who's the backup to Lally, who left the game with an injury moments ago, makes the stop. And they're still working on Lally down on the sideline. And now we are up over 900 yards of total offense combined. Ratliff in the backfield. 17 carries, 82 yards tonight for the back. There's another one. He's been a workhorse. Turns it up, and he's to the 15. Gunnell on the stop. It's a gain of 3, so another third down coming up here for the Warhawks.
The Warhawks have done a good job. They're 10 of 15 on third downs in this football game. It's really been a killer for Mount Union to stop them in this half, but they've been able to convert. Let's see if they can convert here. They're already in field goal range. But I'll tell you, a touchdown is going to make it tough for this Mount Union team, who's been off with a couple turnovers here late.
And again, keep in mind the Warhawks have missed a field goal tonight. They also missed a PAT. So the kicking game has not been great. Behrendt steps up in the pocket, and the room closes quickly. He had a big alley there to run, but then Rosalva got up there and hit him. And we'll see what they're going to do. They got a 4th down, and they are going to bring on the kicker. Now remember earlier, a block PAT, that was Will Meyer, the kicker, and then Blake Bacher, the field goal kicker on that attempt, missed from 24. We're going to try from 31 here. And it's Blake Bacher again. He's 1 of 2. And this one is right on the money. And the lead goes back to 9.
It is still not far enough to keep this team out, but it gets them on the board, and now it's Mount Union's team. Can they control the football? Can they drive the ball down the field and not fumble and turn it over? A huge series for this Mount Union team.
Stagg Bowl 42. Otherwise known as the Division III National Championship, presented by Northwestern Mutual, alongside Anthony Beck. I play Matt Capiano down on the field. Lead goes back to 9 for Lance Leipold's Wisconsin-Whitewater Warhawks. Winningest active coaches, he leads the list. He is 108-6 all-time at Whitewater.
That's impressive, man. I'll tell you what, it's hard to win football games, folks, and to do it year in and year out. This isn't the pros. You don't have guys sticking around for 5, 6, 7 years. You talk about turnovers, getting these kids to buy in. Both of these squads just continue to dominate the Division III level. It's a tribute to both staffs and both coaches.
Again, after the game, he's off to Buffalo to take over that program at the FBS level. Good return for Jared Ruth, the freshman, across the 30-yard line for Mount Union. Saturday, which is tomorrow, Capital One Bowl Mania gets underway. R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl gets it started. Gildan, New Mexico Bowl, famous Idaho Potato Bowl from Boise, and the Raycom Media Camellia Bowl. Some great matchups there for your Saturday as we get the bowl season underway. Really gets into the holiday spirit watching some football.
I'll tell you what, can't wait to get to our bowl games. It's going to be a fun season, second part of the college season.
Burke on the money to Meacham. There's a guy who can get hot very fast, even though he's been off a couple of times tonight. Interceptions. Larry Karras, not Union athletic director now, but for the longest time, he was the head coach of this program, won 11 national championships. Sherman Wilkinson makes the catch there, and now Vince Karras, his son, is in year number 2 as the head coach. 28-1 since taking over for his dad, and the only loss was to Whitewater last year in this game. Like father, like son, too. A lot of similarities. Burke. Deep trouble, gets out of it somehow. Gets a first down. Kevin Burke, looking like Fran Tarkenton, hits it to the 32-yard line.
This kid's got some serious running ability. Just breaking tackles. I mean, he's dead in the water on this run here. He's able to twist back and get a big play. 71-yard rushing, and that's been a key in this football game, and it's moving the chains, keeping this offense alive.
It's been better this year. Last year he was held to -10 against Whitewater. What a catch by Scott in traffic. Therese Scott hauls it in. Over 1,000 yards receiving this year for Therese Scott. You can see why. He's afraid of nobody in the secondary. He picks up 8.
So many weapons. Namdar, Scott, Wilkinson, Meacham. I mean, they're just all over the field for this team.
And they give it back to Nemeth. He does the dirty work to move the chains. So where do you feel this game is at momentum-wise? As it's a 9-point difference with 11 minutes exactly to go in the fourth.
I mean, right now, both teams have turnovers. Both teams have overcome turnovers, and it's a close game. So this is where they want to be right now in the fourth quarter.
Kevin Burke throwing to the sideline. There's Namdar. Touchdown Raiders. There's a penalty flag down. Namdar with his second touchdown catch, we think, unless this is overturned.
Holding. 58 on the offense.
Yep.
10-yard penalty, repeat the down.
Pat Mahoney, the right guard. Kevin Burke's roommate called for the hold.
Yeah, the senior lineman doesn't make many mistakes. See the right guard right here. They're going to call him for the hold. They run a cross stunt, and he gets blown backwards, falling to the ground, and he pulls the defender to him, and that's going to be an easy call every time for these referees. It's an unfortunate call, folks, because it turns around a touchdown pass from Kevin Burke.
Not only have the turnovers been an Achilles heel for Mount Union, but the penalties now too. They've come at a crucial time against Mount Union. Burke complete to the 25 as Luke Meacham makes another catch, give him 7 yards. Bring up second down and long. The penalty yards, nearly 100 now for the Raiders. Pushed out of bounds after the catch is Meacham. Whitewater wants an incompletion, but they're going to rule that a catch at the 18-yard line, even though the officials are still talking about it.
Yes, they are. Burke's trying to
and now they're saying incomplete. One official is going to overrule the other official and call it incomplete.
Juggling, possession out of bounds, incomplete pass.
And now Vince Karras is beside himself.
Well, you know what? We'll show this again.
Okay.
Walk us through this here, Rogers.
Well, he's got to maintain possession as he goes to the ground and the ball comes out.
Yep.
So that's a good call.
It's a good call. It's you slow it down and it looks like he got possession, but you can see it at real time. He never gets possession of the ball, and it comes out as he goes to the
The
ground.
rolling of an incomplete pass on the field. Play is under further review.
Yep.
And it's coming out right there, and you're right, he never had it when he went to the ground.
That's right. He had to maintain possession to complete the process of the catch, and he didn't have it as he went to the ground.
Rogers Redding, the NCAA National Coordinator of Officials. He's joining us in the booth tonight. He's been invaluable as we've had many reviews. And this one here ruled an incompletion. Meacham unable to hang on to it, and Bruce Palmer is looking at it in the replay booth.
Yeah, I think Rogers on top of this one. He's looking to go just above 500 now, 2-3. It's a tough job, man. I'll tell you.
I still think he got the first one right.
I do too. You know, he should be undefeated right now, but hey. And I went with him. He lured me in on that first one too.
Yep. Again, ruled an incompletion on the field, which would mean it's 3rd down and long for Mount Union. 3rd and 13. And Sean Quirk getting word from Bruce Palmer up in the booth.
Well, they keep this as called. It's obviously going to be 3rd and long. And again, that's a situation where Whitewater can bring some pressure, shake it up a little bit. Kevin Burke has kind of been up and down so far with some turnovers. He's tried to sneak a couple balls in. They've got some interceptions. And those are these down and distances, Clay. If this stands as a drop, those 3rd longs where quarterbacks can get in trouble when you force them in there.
So much on the line on this drive, too. So Mount Union is down 9. 10:25 to go here in the national championship game.
Are they trying to call Rogers here? Is your phone on, Rogers? We're trying to get this 5-yard completion here figured out.
I'll be surprised if this is overturned. Here we go.
After further review, the play is confirmed. 3rd down from the 25.
An incompletion. That's how it was called on the field. That's how it stands.
Good call, Rogers.
Rogers just flashing, says, I'm 3-0. We agree with you.
Well, he says he's 3-0, but the book says 2-1.
So now it's 3rd down and 13 for the Purple Raiders from the 25-yard line of Wisconsin-Whitewater. Oh, I got another stoppage here.
The previous play is under review.
Wait, we just did that. All right, Rogers, I'm confused.
Yeah, let's bring Rogers in.
Can you explain this to me?
Once they've made the decision on the review, they're not supposed to review it again. They've already announced the results of the review. They should not be reviewing it again.
So what do you think is happening here?
Is it spot, maybe? Are they trying to
They
figure
may
out?
be looking at the spot, and they may be checking the yard line. They won't look at the clock. It's probably not right to announce that it's the 2nd review, but it's...
We were confirming the spot. It's the 25, 3rd down.
Okay, that's good. They weren't really reviewing the play again, just getting the spot right and the clock right, those kind of things. So,
Wording was wrong.
right.
So they were right, because it's at the 25-yard line.
Right.
Yep. Well, here we go. Back to action play. 3rd and 13. Big play here for this defense.
The greatest buildup in football history for a 3rd and 13. Kevin Burke out of the gun. 4 touchdown passes. He's been picked off 3 times. Here he's being chased. Throws off balance. It's complete, but his man is hit at the 20-yard line. It's Nemeth. Grayvold coming up like a freight train to wrap him up. And that's going to bring up 4th down and still fairly long, about 7 yards to go.
Yeah, it's a 9-point lead for the Warhawks. You kick a field goal here, get yourself in a 1-score game. Like you said, it's been an adventure, though, throughout this game with both field goal kickers. Even though one of the best in college football is kicking for Mount Union right now.
Here's Runke from 36. 1 for 2. Made it 29. Missed a 44. Line drive kick, and it's good. That's big for the Raiders, as the difference is again just a touchdown. 9:33 to go. In Salem, Virginia, Stagg Bowl 42. These two teams know each other so well, and it's always fun. It's going to come down to the wire.
The 2014 NCAA Division III Football Championship is presented by Northwestern Mutual, proud to be an official corporate partner of the NCAA, and in part by Bass Pro Shops Santa's Wonderland. Time passes, hold on to Christmas.
For the last 10 years, one of these teams has won the Division III National Championship. We've got 9:33 until one of them raises the trophy again. There it is. The lead is once again 6 in favor of Wisconsin-Whitewater, the defending national champions this year. Mount Union won it the last time in 2012 when they beat St. Thomas. We have had a much better second half. It was the Warhawks in the first half. Mount Union has been the better team, I would say, here in the second half, but they still trail. Ryan Stordo on the return for Wisconsin-Whitewater, gets it to the 16-yard line as we go to Carroll.
Guys, after Mount Union lost in this game last year, Vince Karras thought about a mantra for the year to come, and he came up with man up. For him, that meant developing depth at every position, but it also meant maturity, playing disciplined football, playing smart. Here's a great opportunity for this Mount Union defense to man up and give that offense one more chance.
Well said. That's exactly what he said yesterday. And this is, you're right, this is their chance, Clay, on defense. Try to get back this football and get the ball back into their leader, Kevin-Burke's hands.
They've got the #2 defense in the country, and it comes giving up points. However, Whitewater has put up 40 tonight. Spencer dropping Dennis Moore, and another man slow to get up for Mount Union. It's Charlie Avila, senior defensive tackle. And starts to jog toward the sideline. That's a good sign. Wisconsin-Whitewater on a 31-game winning streak, the longest in any division in college football. Mount Union also on a 14-game winning streak. One of those end tonight. Worth goes in motion. Behrendt spins and hands off to the 20-yard line. Dennis Moore again. Pickup of 4. So now 3rd down.
You see this Whitewater offense, they really do stay with their game plan. Yep. They run the football, try to make it a short conversion. They trust their quarterback and receivers to make big plays on 3rd down, and they're not scared to play that way. You see the high-powered offense on one side, and you see a balanced offense on the other.
Mount Union got another defensive back out on the field. Joshua Scott out there. Senior safety Dennis Moore in the backfield. To pass, Behrendt goes to the right side, and he hits Kumaro. Jake Kumaro found a little pocket right in front of Scott, and it's a 15-yard first down.
Yeah, he's a little late on this throw, and you see Trey Jones trying to read it late. That ball just squeaks through. Kumaro makes a nice catch, nice throw. Move the chains again, 3rd down.
Behrendt now 26, 37, 365. Many of those yards to Kumaro. He's got 130 on 8 catches. Keep it on the ground on 1st down, and Moore will get maybe a couple. Salva on the tackle. Dennis Moore, Jordan Ratliff, and that heavy lifting in the backfield for Wisconsin-Whitewater. The passing numbers very impressive for Behrendt and Whitewater tonight, but without the ground game that has established this offense every series, those passing numbers wouldn't be there.
I think you're right. It's been key for both teams in the second half for sure for this Mount Union team.
Ratliff again inside, across the 40 to the 42. It's Hank Spencer on the tackle. Gain of 5, and again a 3rd down and manageable coming up here for the Warhawks.
Run, pass. Here we go again. Run down on 1st, run on 2nd. Here comes the short 3rd down opportunity. Mount Union's doing a great job stopping them here on 1st and 2nd down. They got to hold them off and find a way to shut them down on this pass play right here.
43% on third down on the year tonight. Really well. 11 of 17. As Kumaro goes in motion, they fake the fly sweep and they hand it off to Ratliff, who barrels ahead for a 6-yard pickup and a first down. Don't forget, 2014 Women's College Volleyball Championship match. BYU and number 5 Penn State tomorrow on ESPN2, 7:30 Eastern Time. And for more information, you can go to NCAA.com, your online home for all 89 NCAA championships. We're going to crown a Division III national champion again here tonight in Salem. Dennis Moore. Good pickup on first down.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Championship teams run the football in the fourth quarter. You talk about less than 6 minutes in this game. You got a 6-point lead. This team is handing the ball off, and they're not hiding it in their formation. And this offensive line right now is feeling it. They're feeling the clock ticking. They feel the lead, and they are blowing this defensive line off the football right now. They got to man up, like Carol was saying, on defense and try to get some stops here and prevent another first down.
Pitch it back. First down run for Dennis Moore, and he gets loose. 30, 25, and dragged down at the 20 by Kochev. And now Dennis Moore may be hurt. A run of 26 yards for the junior tailback. And also limping toward the sideline, another D lineman for the Raiders. They're losing those guys in droves. Again, that was Lally again.
Yep.
As they check on Dennis Moore. Wisconsin-Whitewater marching again. While we were away, you'll be happy to know that Dennis Moore hopped right up and even saluted the fans, saying he's okay. Here's that run moments ago to set up first down and 10 at the 19 of Mount Union.
Yeah, watch the center here, Schuyler. It's an outside zone play, and if you can get backside cutoffs in this running game, you can get a cutback lane, and you see Moore, he gets downhill, and there it is. They make some key blocks, and it's a foot race right now. Stick his foot in the ground, and it's 31 versus 31. Moore goes down. Gets banged up, but he looks like he's going to be okay.
He's got 78 yards on the ground, 108 yards receiving. And the receiving touchdown. And his backup, Jordan Ratliff, has also been very good. He's in there now while Moore stays on the sideline. Behrendt gives it to Ratliff. He'll churn ahead for maybe a couple, as that clock now becomes a big ally of Wisconsin-Whitewater.
It does. I mean, you talk about only a 6-point lead. They're starting to get close to that field goal range. But this drive is continuing to move, and because of the running game, because of what this offensive line has been able to do right here on this drive, they've been able to control the line of scrimmage and get big chunks in the running game and move the chains.
Lance Leipold trying to win the program's 6th national title, all under his watch before he leaves the program to go to Buffalo. We'll take Andy Kotelnicki, the offensive coordinator, and Brian Borland, the defensive coordinator, with him. Ratliff again. That's going to bring up third down fairly long, but that clock continues to move. Both teams have 3 timeouts remaining.
They're fully content of letting this thing tick down, tick down. 3rd and 8 here on this play.
Now, Mount Union is known for scoring and scoring quickly, but how much time can they burn here before they start using some timeouts?
Well, you're right. I mean, no matter what, if they get a score here, it's going to be more than a 2-score game. So you got 3rd down here. Get the ball back. See what happens.
Play clock down to 2. And they're not going to get it off. It's going to be a delay of game.
They got a timeout.
No, they called the timeout just in time. So Wisconsin-Whitewater uses a timeout here with 3:13 to go. They're trying to hang on for another Stagg Bowl title. The happy faces from past years for the Warhawks of Wisconsin-Whitewater. Perhaps 3 minutes and 13 seconds from lifting that trophy again. For live coverage of the trophy ceremony, log on to ESPN3.com. We'll have it for you immediately after this one is over. 40-34, Wisconsin-Whitewater leading. They've got a 3rd and 8 here deep in Mount Union territory. They flare it out, and Dennis Moore can't come up with it. So now 4th down, and you bring on the field goal unit, right?
Yeah, and I'll tell you, they had him on that play there, and he just misses the pass. But now you're going to your field goal kicker. He's had some ups and downs, and he hasn't kicked many balls this year. 2 for 3 today, but This Mount Union team leaning on special teams. You see them warming up, jumping around, trying to get those legs pumped up. See if Whitewater can close the deal here. Try to get that 2-score lead.
To make it a 9-point game from 34 yards out. Out of the hold of Chris Nelson. This kick is good. And the lead is 9 for the Warhawks with just over 3 minutes to go.
But they did what they wanted to do. They got the 2-score lead. And now you look at Mount Union. Kevin-Burke, these guys, we've seen them score in less than 2 minutes, less than a minute, and they've done it all year. I know they have confidence, but it's been a bit of a sloppy game today. Can Kevin-Burke bring this team back, get a quick score, and can the defense hold, most importantly, if they get it back? But right now, Whitewater's in great position with a 9-point lead and 3 minutes left.
And remember back in the first quarter, Mount Union scored their first touchdown in under a minute, just 52 seconds. So you're talking about the most prolific offense ever this season in Division III history. They're only down 9, and 3 minutes is an eternity for an offense like this one.
But I will say this, Wisconsin-Whitewater's defense has done a fantastic job today. I mean, you look at an offense that's averaged 60 points a game the entire season, and they have 34. They produce turnovers. Look at defensive coordinator Brian Borland. Done a really nice job of just getting this defense going. You see all those points that Mount Union has ripped off, but it only means, and those points are only meaningful in the biggest game, which is the championship game. Let's see if they can get it back.
Therese Scott. Huge return. Oh, and he's hammered at the 38-yard line. Leipold, the kicker.
Wow.
And there's a penalty marker down.
Really?
I wonder if this wouldn't potentially be targeting. I'm just trying to think what this might be. Was that a high hit or chirping, perhaps?
Chirping, yeah. By the kicker, gosh.
What a devastating
After
hit.
the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike, 80 on the kicking team. 15 yards, automatic first down.
Jared Ruth is going to be called for the penalty. But here is that hit by Leipold, the kicker. He was high, but it's a clean hit.
Yeah, number 80 right there. You just can't. You got to be smart. It gives him an extra 15 yards, and it's going to make it easy for him.
There's Tony Gamina called for the penalty. Now Burke throws a strike to Meacham. Cut, gets loose inside the 20 and down to the 12-yard line. And then the ball comes out at the end, but they're going to mark him down at the 12.
We got a flag.
But there is a marker back near midfield. This may be coming back on a holding call.
And you talked about the penalties earlier, Clay. Just continuing to shoot themselves in the foot on crucial plays in this football game.
Holding. 56 on the offense. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Brooks Jenkins with the hold. And that is the 7th penalty tonight against Mount Union. And it seems like they have always come at a critical juncture.
Yeah, big plays. Saw a touchdown earlier in the game get called back. And now that big pass play that they needed. The left tackle here, 56. It's close. He pulls down his hands, got it in the chest area.
Burke runs out of the pocket. And he'll get out at about the 50-yard line, stopping the clock with 2:28 to go as Foster escorts him out. Mount Union has all of its timeouts remaining.
Here.
Mark it at the 48 of Whitewater. And start the clock. Burke throws and threw behind the receiver. Incomplete, intended for Namdar. Now it's 3rd down and 12 with 2:15 to go. Here's the field goal kicker. Runke is exceptional. Maybe they could get into field goal range. And again, get it back to within 6. They need the 36-yard line for a first down. And Namdar is going to be short. Makes the catch, but I don't know that he got it.
No, it's close. No measurement. Mount Union's so fast here.
It's going to be 4th and short. They run for it.
Yep.
I think Neeneth got it.
And again, let's get ready. Let's go. Mount Union got to get up, lined up, save your timeouts. It's a fast-paced offense. Put these plays off.
They move the chains. They start the clock again. 1:50 to go. Kevin-Burke throws to the near sideline, incomplete. Wilkinson. And it's 2nd down and 10.
And I've noticed that Mount Union's big chunks in passing game have been in the middle of the field. So talk about Meacham, Namdar, work the middle of the route, the middle field routes, the deep ends, the in cuts, the inside vertical routes. That's where the big chunks have come for this Mount Union passing game.
43-34, Whitewater leading. A minute 42 to go. Burke gets some pressure, throws it downfield, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nellis. That is his second interception tonight, and that might be the clincher for the Warhawks. 5th turnover for the Raiders.
I'll tell you, for a quarterback who's played so good his career, tonight it has been this Wisconsin-Whitewater defense has just been in the right place at the right time. A little bit of a high snap, comes back, he's counting on his receiver to be there, and he just overthrows it. And Clay's just a poor throw, and Nellis is sitting back, and he gets himself an interception, and that's 4 INTs. Who would have thought Kevin Burke, the 2-time Gallardi winner, would have 4 interceptions in the championship game? I know this poor guy is not feeling good right now.
The first 2-time winner of the Player of the Year award in Division III football has had a night to forget. And now the Warhawks can run out the clock on their 6th national championship.
Timeout here.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they haven't called a timeout yet. The clock continues to run.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I mean, I know it's a 9-point game, but still, you never know what could happen. Right. Call the timeouts. Maybe you get a block punt. They blocked the punt last week. Very strange. I'm not sure what's going on right there. And
now they finally do. Mount Union calls its timeout here with 1:06 to go. And how many seconds burned out the clock? 20?
I'm not yet. Listen, no matter what, and I don't care what the score is, it's the championship game. There's no next week to regroup. You never know what can happen. And he decides to let it tick away. Then he realizes, you know what, let's call. I mean, poor play there.
Wisconsin-Whitewater. They're here virtually every year since 2005. The only year that they weren't, 2012. 5 of the last 7 national championships, all under Lance Leipold, who was ready to leave for Buffalo. And what a way to go out.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, just spray paint that trophy purple. Because the purple team's winning it every single year.
Yeah, right.
It's really been, I'll tell you what a tremendous run. And he will be missed. There's no question. There's nothing but hugs and high fives for this guy throughout the organization because he has done so much greatness for this team.
Victory formation now for the Warhawks, but they do not take a knee. They hand it off. I'll just pad the stats for Jordan Ratliff. He's got the first down. And Lance Leipold to go out this way, considering he did not like the way that the communication to his players after he got the job at Buffalo came down. Social media got out ahead of him. He wanted to tell his players in person. They found out before he could tell them in person. He didn't like that. It's the way it went down. He was uncomfortable. He's been uncomfortable by all the attention about him going to Buffalo. He is going to be so happy that he's going to leave these players with another championship.
And he'll go with his offensive coordinator, Andy Kotelnicki. He'll go with his defensive coordinator, Brian Borland. Those 3 coaches have done a fantastic job for this football team.
One last time. The water bucket shower for Lance Leipold. His 6th national title at his alma mater. All at Mount Union's expense. 43-34 the final. As the Warhawks of Wisconsin-Whitewater celebrate another Division III national championship here in Salem, Virginia.
Yeah, what a great moment. I'll tell you, it's been impressive the entire year. What a way to go out for this coaching staff. And how about these seniors and this Whitewater team? I'll tell you, it's been a fantastic run for this team.
And that winning streak goes to 32. It will carry over into 2015. Let's go down to Kara Capuano with the winning coach.
6 national championships in an 8-year stretch for Lance Leipold. I know every group of champions is different. What characterizes this Warhawks team?
Well, their resilience through this whole postseason, the way they battled back, the way they battled tonight, the way they battled through distractions a few weeks ago. What a group of guys, and our assistant coaches. Just an amazing job. I'm so proud of them, so happy for these players. This
was one of those games, Coach, where we saw a little bit of everything happen to both teams. What made the difference in tonight's title game?
I think, you saw the difference of turnovers in the first half, and then in the third quarter, we gave them the momentum, and then we were able to make some plays back. Dennis Moore, again, with a big play on the screen play to kind of get the momentum back in our favor. Lake Bacher, who hasn't really kicked for us much since the second week of the season, really came through for us as well.
This is your last game as the head coach of Wisconsin-Whitewater in this span. Where does this one rank for you, Coach?
Well, they're all pretty special, but I know this one will be a very, very special one. And again, it's for the players, and I couldn't be more happy for them to go out this way.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Another championship for Lance Leipold, guys.
And now he can shuffle off to Buffalo with a big smile on his face as the Warhawks will take that trophy back to Whitewater for the 6th time. And we'll be back here again next year, and it'll be Mount Union and Wisconsin-Whitewater most likely. Yeah. You can go to Vegas with that one. 4 touchdown passes for Matt Behrendt as he leads the Warhawks to another title. Coming up next on ESPNU, it's SEC storied Herschel Walker. For our crew, we say goodnight from Salem, Virginia as the Warhawks celebrate. Welcome to the post-game presentation of the Division III National Championship game from Salem on ESPN3. We now go down to Cara Capuano.
Clay, as you know, few things get us more excited as announcers than being right here next to a championship trophy. And right now, I'd like to introduce the Division III football committee chair, Dewey Nats, to present the championship trophy to Wisconsin-Whitewater.
On behalf of the NCAA and the Division III Football Championships Committee, very proud to present this to Coach Leipold and the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater Warhawks.
As Coach passes that off to the guys, let's ask him a couple of quick questions here, perhaps after the chanting. Coach, this was one of those games where we saw a little bit of everything happen to both teams. What made the difference tonight in this title game?
I think it came down to making a key stop and get a turnover when we needed to. Zach Nellis had a big play. We were able to get that little momentum back on the screen play, and I think the job Leipold did in field goals really was a shot in the arm to us.
Every championship team is a little bit different. This is the 6th national champion that you've coached for Wisconsin-Whitewater. What characterizes this team for you?
I really think it's the resiliency that this team has showed the last few weeks through the postseason, through a very tough conference schedule, and they'll always be very special to me.
Congratulations, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Time now to present the Most Outstanding Player Trophy, and for that, we bring in NCAA Assistant Director of Championships and Alliances, J.P. Williams. J.P., who are we presenting the Most Outstanding Player Trophy to?
The most outstanding player of Stagg Bowl 42, quarterback Matt Behrendt.
Matt, I'd love to talk to you real quickly, not to take you away from your guys, and that was a great picture that you just took with 2 of your valued senior teammates there. But when you look back at this championship run, what are the things that you're going to remember about this team?
This team, we had to go through so much adversity, especially in the playoffs, being down against Wartburg. And, it really shows, the character and maturity of this team, to fight back and to win those close games. And, I think that helped us a lot today.
I saw you get pretty excited when they announced your name as the most outstanding player. What does it mean to you to win that trophy tonight?
I mean, that's a huge honor. It really is. I mean, everybody on this team played amazing today. And for me to get that is, it's so humbling. And it's amazing. It's crazy. It really is.
Congratulations, Matt.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Clay, it is a jubilant Warhawks group down here. Congratulations to Wisconsin-Whitewater for defending their national championship.
They should be jubilant. 6th title overall, 43-34 the final. They win the Division III National Championship. So long from Salem, Virginia.